You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Hello? Okay. What's up, everybody? Episode 308. We back at it again. Another Saturday. NFL season winding down. Well, what's on tap today? Man, we got a lot of things that are returning. The returning is the theme today. Like the Eagles have returned to the Rich Kotite days. Falcons, we returning to the blackout days. Dallas and Detroit, they probably need them refs to return to referee school. Lakers, we returning to the post-COVID days. Coaching, football, thinking about returning to the NFL. What Coach Byron was surprised to have him returning to the regular life? Million. Draymond Green might be returning to the Warriors soon. The Bears are returning to one of the top teams holding all the cards this offseason. Chris Sale returning to Georgia. And Shannon Shaw returning to the internet with an interview for the ages. I'm not even sure we're going to get into that today. But anyway, Rev, Red, Coaching of Money have returned again to talk all about it. Episode 308. We back, baby. Come on. Let's start.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red Rev Sports Show. Red and Coach are coming to you live from the ABL Show. Giving you real sports talk. Wow, me and Armani are coming to you live from the East Coast. We come to give you real sports talk because we are real sports fans who are real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real sports knowledge. So hang out with your boys, Red, Rev, Coach, and Armani for episode 308 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our sports custom, we now turn our numbers attention to the residential numerologist on the Red Rev Show, Coach Patrick Thomas, to give us something or someone related to those three digits, 3, 0, and 8. What you got for us, Coach?
Oh, this one is quite easy. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, live. Yeah, this one is, we know a man who everybody knows. You don't have to talk about him long. He's won 3 Super Bowls. He wore the number 8 for most of his career. And he's one of the most famous left-handers in NFL. He for the team to get back to the Super Bowl for the first time, I guess, since he was slinging it around. 308 goes to one Steve Young for the San Francisco 49ers. Steve Young, the wild lefty who could throw that thing a mile away. And his team is trying to get back to the Super Bowl. Can they? Stay tuned.
Steve Young. All right. I didn't know his number was 08. I'll be Jugowitz. But Steve Young. Armani, were you old enough to remember Steve Young?
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember Steve Young. Yeah.
You were in diapers when he played with him.
Yeah, I was in diapers.
Okay. All right. At least you were alive. All right. Thank you, Coach, for 308. You gentlemen doing all right today?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's welcome Revenite Nation. We want to welcome the people that help make this show what it is, what it do. Revenite Nation, feel free to chime in. Let us know that you are tuning in. The VP says he is in the building, ready to slam down the gavel to get another fire session of the Red and Rev Sports Show going. Let's go. What's up, Mr. VP? Glad to have you. Brother Harper, glad to have you on today. Sister Sylvia Harris says she's tuning in from snowy Pennsylvania, which I'm missing out on right now. And I'm glad about it. All right. The VP said Steve Young finally got that monkey off his back with that Super Bowl in 96. What's going on, brother neighbor?
94, man. How you don't know your own year? 94.
All right, brother neighbors, what's going on? Talking about how Steve Young used to run a 4.3 when he was a student at Brigham Young University. The president is in the building. Hail to the president. He's here at the Bareback Catfish Rodeo in Madison, Georgia. All right, make sure you save us some catfish, Mr. President. Brother Cedric Thomas says, good morning. Glad to have you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. And as you all are tuning in, feel free to hit that share button. Let somebody know what you're watching so that somebody else may become a part of this great nation, not the United States of America, but the Revenite Nation. So please feel free to hit that share button, share this broadcast on your social media pages. And Rev is feeling very benevolent in 2024. So there may be an episode where Rev says, share the broadcast. and there might be a blessing that might come with sharing. I'm going to just give y'all the heads up to start sharing, because there may be a blessing on some episode in 2024 for sharing. So I'm dropping that seed on somebody. So hopefully you'll believe it and receive it and share the broadcast beginning today. All right, gentlemen, let's jump right into how we do this thing. You know how we do it. We do it with our dope, nope, and cope moment for the week. We'll go around the horn. We'll start with Coach, and then we'll go Red, Armani, and then I'll bring up the rear. All right, Coach, what are you doping on, sir?
My dope moment goes to a young lady who probably gonna be a dope almost every week. It seems like she always doing something special for NCAA, and that's Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, who is just phenomenal, who just dominating college basketball and got her team playing well. She had another big shot the other night, and I don't know if she can be stopped. So I'm going to give my dope moment to Caitlin Clark.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
All right, Red, what are you doping on, sir?
I am doping on one ESPN for the fact that they no longer have Jamel Hill in employment. Thank you so much, ESPN. Lord have mercy. I am so glad I don't have to listen to this woman come on that network with her serious conspiracy theories day after day, hour after hour. Thank you. Jamel Hill is no longer on ESPN. Pretty sure some folks not gonna like it, and I don't care. I don't have to like every ESPN personality, and she was never one of my favorites. So thank you, ESPN, that she is no longer around. Keep her on YouTube where she belongs, on IG, but keep her off the sports network. Coming on there with her conspiracy theories, on her too serious undertones. We talking sports, baby, not conspiracy theories. So stay on IG, stay on YouTube, but stay away from the sports networks. Thank you, ESPN, that I no longer have to see Jamel Hill. Thank you. Dope.
Yoo-hoo, baby!
Armani, what are you doping on, sir?
I'm doping on one. Joel Embiid got his 7th career triple-double. Even though the Bulls pulled out the W last night, but hey, Joel came back and he said, "Hey man, no injury gonna stop me. I'm gonna still play at the top level. I'm gonna still play like I'm the MVP." So hey, good job, Joel. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. The rest of the team just need to get their stuff together and we'll be fine, man.
Oh yeah!
Just a quick correction, Armani. That was the Knicks who beat the Sixers last night.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. They beat the Bulls the other night. The Sixers did beat the Bulls. All right, man. I am doping on
The Knicks.
the Michigan Wolverines
Oh, boo.
for handling some football business and saving social media from hearing Roll Tide.
Here we go.
So that's what I'm doping on. Michigan, Jim Harbaugh. The story continues, and I picked the story rather than the game, and I'm so glad I could dope on the fact that the story is still going. So Michigan Wolverines, I'm doping on you today.
Oh yeah!
You all right, Armani?
Not even a Michigan fan, but moving on.
I know you're not a Michigan fan. That's why I was asking you if you're all right. Because
No, I'm saying you're not a Michigan fan, but
I
moving on.
was last week.
You can't pick and choose when you want to be a fan.
I was last week.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Red, what are you doping on while Armani's getting his composure together?
I'm noping on the fact that the Falcons had no primetime games this season. Not one. No Thursday night games, no Sunday night games, no Monday night games. The Atlanta Falcons, you are officially rock bottom, like I said in my intro, back to being the sorry blackout team. Even at the beginning of the season, when we all was thinking Riddle was going to do something and the Falcons had a chance, not the NFL schedule makers, they said, nope, we ain't putting these guys on prime time. So, sorry, Falcons, nobody's still believing in you. You want us to believe in you? Get rid of, well, we'll talk about it later, but Nope to the Falcons for not having any primetime games this season. The NFL obviously don't believe in you. Next.
Oh, come on!
All right, Armani, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm gonna open on one Quinn Ewers from the Texas Longhorn, excuse me. Yeah, man, I don't know what kind of throw you were trying to make at the very end of the game, but that was not the time to make a high trajectory pass. That was the time to make the best bullet pass you can make so you could tie the game. I don't know why you didn't. That was poor ball placement, sir. I mean, you've been playing decent all year, but that was not the time to go for a jump ball pass. Your wide receiver was wide open. All you had to do was bullet to him, and he would have caught the touchdown. So that was not the time for a high trajectory pass.
You have got to be kidding.
All righty. I am noping on one Sean McLaughlin, the former center of the University of Alabama, who had a terrible outing this past Monday. Terrible snaps. One of his worst snaps happened to be during the last play of the game. And it could have been a bad play call, but the snap didn't help the play call because the quarterback had to grab it from the floor. Then he just went straight water boy and thought he was going to plunge the line and just went straight ahead. But nevertheless, I got a nope on the former center of University of Alabama because obviously Roll Tide must be in his inbox, his DM, because the brother has already hit the transfer portal. And the season hadn't even been a week long over for the University of Alabama. So he gets my note moment for this week. Coach, what are you noping on, sir?
No moment to Leah talk a little lower now that tongue alone from the Maryland and get another year out of college. Man, you got it in Maryland. One quarter seeing you pro scout season. Where are you going? I mean, what are you trying to get a 6 year for? You having a good year in Maryland, or you had a good year, and now NIL money. You're not gonna get that much NIL money. You're not Tua. You Talia. You're not going to get that much NIL money. So I don't know if you're going to go and get some money, but I guess good luck. But I don't think you're making a big mistake, son. Just like McLaughlin, but his was perpetrated. Yours, I don't know where you're going, but, well, good luck.
Yeah, dude trying to get an extra year, even though he met the requirement of 5 games his freshman year. Alabama is trying to get a waiver because in one of those games he only handed the ball off 2 times.
Yeah.
He was trying to hold on to his brother's legacy in the game that his brother got hurt. So he's trying to get a 6-year. Bro, man, it's over for you, man. Try the new United Football League where the XFL and the USFL merge. Yeah. Bro, exactly. It's over for you, man. It's over for you. You know, move on, man. All right, Armani, it's on you, Joker. What are you coping on?
I'm coping with the fact that, yet again, my boy CP3 had surgery to have his. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if he didn't drink enough milk when he was a child. I don't know if he's not drinking enough milk now, but it's just something about CP3. He just can't get his body healthy enough to play a full season. Sir, it might be that time to start thinking about retirement. It might be that time, man. I know you wanted to go to the Warriors and get a ring, but it ain't looking so good, man. It's not looking so good.
All right. I'm coping with the fact that the Falcons, after getting drilled last week, still have a thread of a chance to go to the playoffs. Falcons, please go away. We don't need you wasting football fans' time with the inevitable, which is you all are going to lose. You did not have a good season. You do not have a good coach. You do not have a quarterback. Let's accelerate the end of the season by getting put away tomorrow so that we can begin not dealing with Band-Aids over issues, but addressing pertinent issues that need to be addressed, as the late Joe Clark would say, expeditiously. So go away, Falcons. Peace. All right, Coach. It's on you, man. What are you coping with?
Well, I'm coping with, and this might be close to you, Rev. I think it's the College of Biblical Studies who got beat in a basketball game, women's basketball game, by 149 points. Now, Grambling, you all were the perpetrators of this act. You pressed them the whole game almost. You did stuff to stop them. And you knew that team didn't have enough. So College of Biblical Studies, I'm coping with them trying to continue the program after that debacle. And I hope they don't abandon it. I hope they realize that we're going to see what does the swag. I don't know about that, just intentionally judging it like that.
Game over, man. It's game over.
All right, Red. Close it out, sir. What are you coping with?
Well, we coping with Coach's signal for one thing. No, I'm just saying. Armani, you actually stole my coat. I can't believe it, man. I'm glad I had a backup. No, I'm not gonna use the Warriors backup. I just go with I'm coping with the Falcons and not the Falcons, the Hawks, my Hawks and my Lakers, my two NBA teams. Lord have mercy. I mean, usually when one team is doing bad, I can depend on the other one to do good. But when they both doing bad, life in the NBA sucks for red. I mean, both teams had decent lead. Well, no, the Hawks, they just got blown out from the get-go, but they was working on a 3-game winning streak. We can't even win 3 games in a row this year, Hawks. Come on. And the Lakers, you had to lead the whole game and you blow it at the end. No defense. What is going on? Life is just not a crystal stair in the NBA for Red. Langston Hughes born, Rev. I know you remember. But man, man, Red is just coping with his 2 NBA teams and looking for a light at the end of the tunnel, some type of winning streak, some type of consistency, some type of stability. No, all I'm getting is dysfunction. Both teams gonna be very active at the trade deadline. Whatever the teams I'm seeing now, they'll probably be totally different when the trade deadline comes. So that's what Red is coping with. His 2 disappointing, sorry NBA teams. Done.
Both teams are exploding right about now.
Yeah, man, not good for Red. I need to get a third team, Real.
Not a third team. All right.
Okay.
Let's go on to Revenite Nation's comments. Let's see what they are talking about today, for they are in the house. Quite a few comments. Let's see where we start. Don 9 Penix Jr. would be a problem. Eric Neighbors talking about that. The president said, "Hey, Rev, apparently that was the elephant in the room."
Oh, Lord, see.
Great Alabama pig. Love it, Mr. President. Sister Harris is doping on Brunson, point guard for the Knicks.
Oh, yeah. He is good.
The VP said Penix Jr. is fired. He will be a hard out on Monday. Should be a heck of a game. Joe Black noping on the Falcons, having another losing season. Sister Sarita Watson, welcome to the Red Rev Sports Show. She's excited about the Ravens and the Steelers today. Eric,
how you doing, Miss Sarita?
Blank has to hire a proven NFL head coach. Stop with the hot OCDC. I agree. Cedric Thomas said, Rev Rose, the Falcons are going to be going to make the playoffs. We have to believe in what?
Don't worry, Rev. I responded.
Eric Neighbor said cheeks got tight.
Oh,
The president said noping on the Baltimore Ravens honoring Ray Rice. I guess they are arrest haven for criminals. Come on, Mr. President. You got to show some grace, man. Ray Rice has changed his life around and has actually been on the circuit being a public speaker talking about the ills of domestic violence. So come on, man. I know you heard at least one sermon from my daddy at Wheat Street on forgiveness. Just one, I believe. All right.
I hope you got a new wife, man.
Sister Harris noping on the Lakers are so disappointing since the Eden season tournament. And I know Red is saying amen to that. Eric Neighbors talking about Big Ten all-time leading passer. The president said nope in a beating that Joe Jackson would be proud of. The College of Biblical Studies were demolished by Grambling 159-18 that Coach brought up. Man, I didn't even know a school of that nature existed. I know we have seminaries and Bible college, but I did not know about the College of Biblical Studies. Vincent Woodruff says the BP noping on the refs calling the shooting foul on the pump fake, then dribble in that Iowa-Michigan State game. I was down by 2 and the point with 20-some seconds left. Thank you for sharing that because I don't think any of us would ever heard about it. Eric Neighbors is talking about it is his hairline. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about now. Joe Black, coping, Darvin Ham having the weirdest rotations. The VPs coping on the fact that college football season is coming to an end. No more juicy Neil storylines until August, LOL. Sister Harris is asking the question, where is the College of Biblical Studies? Great question. The president is coping on if General Body and Decodis Tovey Doit Crawford doesn't make you scratch your head. Get ready for the number of announcers that will lose their jobs trying to say the name of a kid named Noah K. out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. I think he got that.
Have you seen that name?
Yeah, man. Some folk gonna be afraid to say that name because they might get fired.
And Noah with a touchdown.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's his name? Can we say it on the show?
It's the name that's considered a derogatory toward blacks. The N-word.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Bye.
Nando says, "What's up, fellas? What's up with you, brother?" Nando. The VP
What's up,
said,
Nando?
Mississippi muskrat needs to speed up that treadmill. Coach's Wi-Fi is suspect.
Don't you start this early today, boy?
Oh, man.
Ooh, Lord K N-word? No, Lord. That's his name? Where you get a name like that from?
Is watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. The big Texas is in the house. Just finished watching the film Mojo Savage on Tubi starring actor Corey Black. This got to be for Red. And it was great when you fellas get a chance. Just watch it.
Red, you know I don't watch no Tubi movies. Don't do me like that. I told you, I do not do Tubi. I don't know why everybody else.
I was just talking from the entertainment standpoint.
Oh, okay.
David Byrne, question. Who do you all think will be out in the first round of playoffs? We'll get to that a little later if you don't mind. He said Ravens all the way today. We'll talk basketball. We'll talk football in the second half of the show. So hang out with us during the 12 o'clock hour. Barrington is noping on the Falcons, won't just fire toxic clown Coach Smith. That's a new name. The VP said Blank will hire his friend's son, that is the CEO of Goodwill. Poindexter Thornhill will be the next.
Not Poindexter Thornhill.
Anthony House says we live or we live. David Burns says, I predict Lamar Jackson will get 2 touchdowns, 200 yards. You must be already preparing for the playoff game because he's not playing today against the Steelers. They already said they were for today. The president is coping on the Falcons. Will go to the playoffs when they buy tickets. I like that. Nando coping on change for the Falcons. It is so. David Burns just can't wait till the second half when we make our predictions. He said he got over the Texans. We'll keep that in mind. The VP said Rev coach gave a dope for Caitlin Clark hitting the game winner in that same game. Gotcha. My bad. Gotcha. I got you. I didn't know you were talking about women's basketball. And I apologize. Nando Dopin on the DC and Gray will be retained because it's top 10. You can't fire that. David Burns, Falcons, we put right back out if they go. That's for sure. The president says Cope Rev Ray Rice will be the perfect example of a ham sandwich situation. Lord have mercy. The president, the VP gave the name Red. There you go.
Yeah, I saw. Like, man,
that's his name.
Right. His name be Noah K. White guys, them white announcers, you better not ruin your career. Hey, I don't care. Do not ruin your career. Do not kill your checks coming in because you want to be politically correct. Well, I'm going to say his Christian name. You better not try it.
His name will be NK. NK.
Right.
Noah K with a touchdown.
Yeah.
Noah
K. That's it. All right. Joe Black answered the question for you, Sister Harris. The College of Biblical Studies is in Houston, Texas. All right. The president, VP said if it's from Tubi, it will be a riot. The president also looked it up. So what Joe Black reported is not fake news. The College of Biblical Studies is in Houston, Texas. Now, Red, Tubi, Gore, some good films. All right. We'll let y'all have the Tubi debate after the show. David Burns also said, mark my words, Ravens and Niners.
David, wait a minute.
Right. Take it over the show, David, on your first appearance.
Eric Nate, Church Lady Curse is real at MBS.
Will you shut up? You talking about your own team, Eric.
The VP says David Burns is antsy for these NFL picks. Calm down on this show. We will proceed in a certain order. In the words of Reverend Slowfoot of Honey's Funeral Home, conduct yourself.
Reverend Slowfoot.
Sister Harris says thank you. Joe Black was the first one to report that, Sister Harris, so please send a message of thanking him as well. He said, I'm just glad his first name is Look at That. That must be the Hebrew name of Noah. All right. David Burns said, let me ask Red what films he watch and be peeking Tom. Don't count as watch some. Y'all had that conversation off this show.
Hey, now you know he don't know me if you think I'm watching some sorry trash movies. Coach, he don't know me.
He must be following some post that shows that you are.
It must be. He must be reading one of my posts.
He came in here with entertainment ablazing. I mean, it's the most comments I've ever heard from somebody on Revenite Nation about films and Tubi and so forth and so on in 308 episodes. Yeah. So somewhere down the line, he must have heard about the movie genius of one Redrick Rhodes.
Well, number one entertainment topic is Cat Williams, so that's the entertainment topic right now.
All right, gentlemen, since we got some folk who've already commented about the Falcons, and even though they are mathematically still in the playoff hunt, somehow we are talking on the Red and Rev Show about the Falcons' future. Revenite Nation, feel free to chime in. Let us know what you think about the Falcons' future. So I'm gonna start with Red, since he was the only one that came on with Falcons paraphernalia to start the discussion. We know he's a diehard Falcons fan. That is his primary team, and I believe that's his only team in football. So we're going to start with him. What says you about the Falcons' future? And I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Ready?
Okay.
Set, go, Red.
Well, as I've stated numerous times before, the Falcons' future is bleak. Really bleak, and don't see a light at the end of the tunnel as long as Arthur Smith is employed by this team. Arthur Smith is the reason. He started from the beginning with bad decisions, and it's just been 3 years of bad decisions, underachieving, and just bad coaching all around. So you start there first. You get rid of Arthur Smith, and you probably need to do some front office readjustment. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly Rich Decay role is with the team. I mean, he already got fired from his GM duties. Now, unless Arthur just keeping him around for NFL business reasons, then he definitely does not need to be in the football decision-making process. Next is Terry Fontenot. Exactly how much power do you have, Terry? I mean, do you have the power to hire and fire your own coach? Do you have the power to make your own draft picks yourself, not having all this collaboration and consideration and corroboration from all of these talking heads? We need one chef in the kitchen. I don't mind if you have a few cooks working for you, to give you a little in bits every one now, but we just need one chef, one guy making the decision so we'll know who to go to when it all's down. Next, your head coach, one of the worst head coaches in the league. He's got to go. He ruined your QB situation. Your QB situation is probably one of the worst in the league. You got Logan Woodside, Taylor Heineken, Desmond Ritter in your QB situation. Those are three bad quarterbacks. You're not going to get the job done with either one of them. Don't talk to me about no Logan Woodside. If the dude was anything, he would have already been somewhere else playing good. Falcons do not have a quarterback. We do not have a competent head coach. The only thing you can say about this team is the defense has vastly improved. Terry made a few moves in the offseason that got us to a top 10 defense. But Falcons, we are rock bottom. Like I said earlier, we didn't have any primetime games this season. Nobody believed in us coming into the season. And as you can see during the season, we didn't give them a reason to believe in us. Arthur Smith been here 3 seasons and has not yet had a 3-game winning streak. That's what? Almost 50 games? In 50 games, you haven't had a 3-game winning streak? Armani, you was right about Ritter. Probably should have went somewhere else. I'll take the heat on that. I wanted to get a kid a chance. But only, I said 3 or 4 games. I said, let's see a couple of games to see if he could do anything. I had my mind made up after the Green Bay game. So I was done with the kid after I saw 3 or 4 games. So you can blame me for the beginning, Armani. You can't blame me for the middle and going forward because I was done with it. Okay, I was done with him after the 3rd or 4th game. So it is what it is. Falcons.
I'm going to have to mute Red on this. I got to mute Red. You're not going to try to massage Ritter now. Come on, Red. You were wrong. So Armani, I'm going to let you pick up and address what Red said about Ritter, and then you go ahead on. We'll come back to you, Red, because you're 3 minutes up. But go ahead, Armani. Address the Ritter piece, and then say whatever you want to say about Falcons' future. Go with it.
So Desmond Ritter is I said it. He is not an NFL quarterback, and you don't mortgage your future for a 3rd-round pick. Arthur Smith has went in the back for this guy and possibly cost his job because of a 3rd-round pick. Now I can hear all the people saying, well, what are the percentages that, 1st-round pick pans out, or a 3rd-round pick or a later-round pick. The greatest quarterback of all time was a 7th-round pick. Those are anomalies. Though the exceptions don't make the rule. That is the law of numbers. Exceptions do not make the rule when probability with analytics. I'm sorry. I know I'm an analytics major. So with that being said, when you take a tight end, then a wide receiver, and then a running back with your first 3 picks in the NFL draft, this is what you get. When you have pushed the can down the road on a quarterback, this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, well, look at Justin Fields. Look at what he's doing in Chicago. I mean, he hasn't had a winning season. Okay, if you don't want Justin Fields, then just say that. But the franchise should have been started over with a quarterback to sit behind Matt Ryan. Because as much as we can sit here and say Matt Ryan wasn't an elite, he wasn't an elite quarterback. He was a good quarterback with great moments. That is it. So to have somebody sit behind a guy like Matt Ryan just to learn, that would have been perfect. Just to sit behind Matt and learn. So when you do things the wrong way, this is what happens. The Atlanta Falcons have an unorthodox way of doing things. It has been rumored that Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot was hired together, and they report up to the CEO, who is Rich McKay. Rich McKay is the CEO of football operations. He is also the CEO of I think the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, something like that. So he is the head. He is the head guy. When you don't hire, when you don't go by structural authority, this is what happens. It is a reason the military follows structural authority. It is a reason other teams follow structure authority when making front office decisions. You go CEO, GM, head coach, not head coach, GM together, and then the CEO. No, there's an order that you do things in to make things go correctly and successful. And the Atlanta Falcons have failed to do so. So Arthur Smith, you deserve to be fired. You deserve to be fired. Terry Fontenot, you on the hot seat. You are on the hot seat. So this is where we are. This is what happens. 7-9, 7-9, 4-12, 7-9, 7-9, 7-9. 6 straight losing seasons. Arthur Blank, this is what you want, right? This is what you want. This is what you hire. I blame some of this on you too.
You just explained why I have no problem being, and some of you all are adopting this term with me, an emotionless Falcons fan.
Yep.
I do not root for incompetence in the front office. That's the primary reason why I got off the Hawks for a while.
Oh, Lord.
I still remember how the Hawks were in first place.
Rev, don't do it
of
to
the
us.
Eastern Conference.
Oh, God.
And Dominique Wilkins was playing. This is while Jordan was playing for the Bulls.
Right.
And in the middle of the season, right before the trade deadline, while the Hawks are in first place, being coached by Lenny Wilkins, they trade Dominique Wilkins for a role player in Danny Manning, who bounced right after the season to come off the bench for the Phoenix Suns. That's when I first got my first dose as a teenager of what it's like to become an emotionless sports fan. And that's where I find myself with the Falcons. Red knows. And when he was on the other side of the Matt Ryan discussion, where he finally saw the light, Red knows. Red was the first person. We even went on the Crush Radio Network. And I hollered, yelled, do not give Matt Ryan all of that money. When everybody was saying, pay our quarterback. This was after the Super Bowl run, and then we had the season where they came up short against the Eagles in that game when the Eagles that year ultimately went on to win the Super Bowl. I told everybody, no, do not pay that man. They paid the man, and the Falcons have not been the same since. They have not had a winning record since they gave Matt Ryan that contract, and you knew this current hire was going to be a doomsday from the very beginning. When you are hiring a guy who had more years as a control coach than he did as an offensive coordinator, you already know that this is going to be a bad hire when you are publicizing how you're hiring a head coach before you're hiring a general manager. And that lets us know that at the end of the day, Terry does not have a lot of power. His hands are tied. And the bottom line is we really can't evaluate Terry Fontenot until Arthur Smith is gone, if he doesn't get fired with Arthur Smith. So this organization is in shambles. It's a joke.
Definitely.
Like Armani mentioned, you can't start talking about getting a tight end, a wide receiver, and a running back when you have no quarterback. And this all went awry when the Falcons did not want to trouble Matt Ryan by drafting another quarterback, because we had the opportunity to draft Justin Fields when we drafted Kyle Pitts. Right. It was right there, but they did not want to threaten Matt Ryan's feelings, so they go ahead on and get the tight end, and we still, and teams have yet to learn from a team like the Green Bay Packers, who have their third consecutive quarterback already in the fold because their quarterback sat under their predecessor for multiple years.
Yep.
Right.
And we see that the train in Green Bay, even though the train been a little rough at times in Green Bay, is still pushing.
Yep.
And Green Bay is not looking for another quarterback. So I know, Red, you're chopping at the chopping at the bit to get back in. So what you got to say there, Coach? I know you're a Steelers fan, but if you want to chime in on the Falcons' failures, we'll give you space to do so.
I don't know. We should let Steelers fans get on our failures, man. It's kind of come on. They got the most successful franchise talking about us. That's going to be like a bully, man. He's going to be bullying us. Anyway, yeah, like Rev and Armani, yeah, you're right. Look, I was wrong to get his kid a chance, Ritter. Looking back, I don't know what I was thinking, man. We should have, but Lamar, like I told you, Armani, Lamar wasn't available. So if you got another choice, another area we could have went, I would have listened. But
you could have traded up in the draft to grab a Stroud.
Trade up for CJ. Okay, they look like Rev said. We should have drafted Justin Fields from the very beginning. Arthur Smith, you start your regime by taking a quarterback. Every regime did it. Yeah, they took Michael Vick early in Dan Reed's tenure. Dimitrov took Matt Ryan early in his tenure. And Arthur Smith, dude, you still haven't drafted a first-round quarterback. And now everybody want to talk about, well, let's go get the first-round quarterback next season. Well, if you do that, you might as well clean house again. Or at least change coaches. Why does Arthur Smith deserve 5 quarterbacks? He's already had 4 and ain't done a thing with them. So why do you deserve another young first-round quarterback talent? I'm sorry. When you got the Falcons, like Armani said, you got to get rid of Arthur Smith. I've been saying it all year long, probably since mid-season. You got to get rid of Arthur Smith. You can give Terry one more chance to get this right because he did build the defense up. So I give him credit for that. But you got to get rid of Arthur Smith, and you got to get a real offensive mind in here to go with the offensive pieces we got. Let him get his quarterback, and let's take it from there. Falcons, we not that far away. Okay, had we had a quarterback this season, we'd be sitting starters this week and preparing for a home game against the Eagles next week. So we not that far away. But you got to fix the quarterback position. It's the most important position in American sports. You have to have a quarterback to succeed in the NFL. And all those Matt Ryan fans, go somewhere, okay? Matt Ryan was a joke, okay? He was competent during the regular season, but when the playoffs started, he disappointed the SHIT out of us, okay? 4-6 playoff record. So please, all you Matt Ryan fans, save it, okay? Because I am going to say whatever I want about Matt Ryan anytime I want to, because he didn't win no Super Bowl rings, okay? And he had the biggest Super Bowl choke job. So just accept it. He was decent. He was very good, but I will clown him whenever I feel like it, okay? It's my prerogative as a Falcon fan.
All right, Red. All right. We got to get some other people in. Coach, would you like me to read the comments, or do you want to say something first?
I mean, it's really nothing to say. All these expounded soliloquies, I don't know what to follow them with other than the fact that, I mean, you look at the organization as a whole and you see where they're at a crossroads. Either you're going to go very bad and for a while, or you can do something to change this franchise's future. But I'm going to predict this, and it's before the game even starts. Watch what happens. Tampa Bay is going to lose. The Falcons going to win, and they're going to get in the playoffs some kind of fluke way.
Hold on, Coach. So you're predicting Tampa Bay to beat the Carolina Panthers to beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Look at this weird season we having. Who thought Arizona would beat Philly, Cowboys, and all these teams. Who thought the Chicago Bears would win 5 out of the last 6 games? I mean, I don't know what kind of fluke could happen. That's why I say it could be a fluke that somehow Baker Mayfield ain't healthy.
All right, Coach, I'm going to push you on pause right now because you're talking about the president, not the future. So I don't want to hear about them making the playoffs. So I'm going to move on since you ain't talking about the future. All right. So the president said, what are the chances of Eric Bieniemy coming here? Probably 0%, especially since he didn't do much with the offense in Washington. He said the Watson situation called this. David Burns said Falcons need a new coach. Wow. Okay. That's definite. Blank is sicker than you think at 81 years old. Lieutenant Sonar, at least they're consistent.
Consistent at what? Losing?
Losing. That's his point. That's his point.
Okay.
Nando, right, Armani, it's rules and levels to this league. Bijan Robinson, my Ravens got room for him. We know every team got room for Bijan, and he need to come to a winning team in the Ravens. Also, Blake needs to stop trying to be Jerry Jones. Lieutenant Sonar is right, though. The top is in disarray. They are not in order and has been shown. Atlanta fans deserve better. Mr. Lou, what's up, Jared? Vincent Woodruff, there's a Chinese word that means that sounds just like the N-word, but the word that in Chinese has been around for thousands of years. It's not going to get canceled. Everyone will just have to deal. David Burns said Ravens are the Super Bowl champions. You got
Rev, just go by his comments. I mean, just go by his comments.
You say you're tired. You say you're tired about it.
Yeah, just shoot by his comments. Yeah.
Cesar said, I've never forgiven Lenny Wilkins for having traded Dominique. And Maceo Hurd found something funny. What's up, Maceo from the Crutch? Dominique was the GOAT. The Danny Manning trade is the reason I don't have my heart with the Hawks for sure. And the season price is going up. That's terrible with the Falcons. Well, good thing the Falcons didn't get Justin Fields. I'm sorry. Because right now he suck as a quarterback. Shot.
5 and 6. Oh my God! David? Where are you getting your information from? Us?
He's a casual that just reads the top headlines and don't actually watch film and watch the game of football. Moving on.
Off the Blake Hire, Fontenot is basically a figurehead. He upset the order of things, and now his fan base is letting him have it. I hope the Falcons don't make the playoffs because it would be akin to an abusive relationship. Get out now and start over. Stop teasing those fans. They deserve better. I agree with the latter part. Joe Black, allegedly Arthur Smith wanted to trade Lance, and that's why he's getting a longer leash. And what did that do for the 49ers?
0.
He's a backup for the Cowboys, and nobody's
he won't see the field.
All right, Jordan Love is ready. He sure is.
Yep, he is.
Guys, Ryan was expecting a QB to be drafted, and they should have drafted if he was expecting it. Let's see. You need Jags to re-sign Ridley so the Falcons can get that second-round pick. Defense doesn't mean squad if the offense can't score. They can only depend on a good young so much. That's the kicker's name for those that don't know the Atlanta Falcons kicker, so he's not making a derogatory, even though it is a fun. No doubt about it. Red Rose, you shouldn't be giving Terry a final chance. He hasn't really had a chance to be impactful in his hiring. He's got one arm tied behind his back. Agreed. Blank is an awful owner. Agreed. Makes Jerry Jones look good. Shaking my head. Terry, collect that check, bruh. This isn't on you, and the world knows it. Nando says, right, Red, QBing is the toughest job in North American sports. Hands down. Eric said he did not choke in the Super Bowl. Oh, we definitely got conflicting opinions about that. Read about the turn into Bobby Brown. Eric said it was Kyle who choked in the Super Bowl, even though there was a quarterback who failed to execute the game plan.
A quarterback that refused to say, Kyle Shanahan, respectfully,
we're gonna run the ball.
Respectfully, but forget you. I'm gonna run the ball and kick field goal so we can go home.
The reigning MVP didn't have that power. All right, God bless you. Eric said not happening in Carolina is that bad, Coach. So they're not going along with your theory. Blink twice, Coach, if you're in duress. Arthur Blank is holding Coach hostage to make this take. David said Bears did better the Falcons. So where's Red to talk about that when you need him? We're going to give a few more. Eric said Fields should have been picked, yes, but when that did not happen, the fact Watson's agent used the Falcons to get a dumb deal out of the Browns did cause this issue. David Burns must have just got out. They didn't air the in the recreation area. Lord, while the Falcons and others team fans are arguing, my Ravens are going to walk into the office.
Man, please.
That's the last time we're going to hear about the Ravens today. My hopes lie in the Georgia Swarm.
Armani, is this guy from Atlanta Bird Gang? David Burns.
I don't know where he's from.
Oh no, Mercedes CEO left bid.
Sound like one of them.
Blake McKay is an NFL legacy guy. That part, Lieutenant Sonar, run the freaking ball, Matty, Rice, Patty. But I digress. Brother Case, prayer changes things, but the Falcons.
Oh, Lord.
The president said I could actually smell Carolina win against
Uh-oh.
They did the fail case. Okay, there goes. President smelling up in there. Now, agree with that. He should have made a Rodgers-like move over Kyle. And that's every little step as Red is taking piggyback on what Thomas said. So you're going back to Bobby Brown song. Right? All right, we're gonna move on from the Falcons.
Wait, David, are you part of Atlanta Bird Gang? I mean, where are you coming from? Where you coming from, David? Let us know, because you obviously not on my page.
Rick, real quickly, the VP said the prayers is COVID. Lost it. Love it. Let's move on.
Goodness.
All right, we're gonna have a few minutes on this topic. Coaching firing that would surprise you. Who you think that might get fired that would surprise you if they did get fired?
Ooh.
Who we starting with?
Anybody jump in there.
Coach, you can go first.
Yeah,
you got somebody?
I'm thinking.
All right, I'll go first. I say Nick Scafani for the Eagles.
Nick Sirianni?
Yeah, Nick Sirianni. Now we all know what the citizens in Philly want, but they want this every week. But I mean, the way they imploding. Now, personally, I don't think he deserves to get fired. I mean, one bad season he had, he proved himself he showed something last season, but he's having a disappointing sophomore season. I mean, it wouldn't behoove Jeffrey Lurie to make a move. I mean, if he thinks he can get a better guy. But yes, if they fired Nick Scafani after having a disappointing third season, that probably would surprise me more so than say another coach getting fired from another team. But I think that if the Eagles coach, if the Eagles coach lost his job, that will probably be one firing that would surprise me, even though they are struggling. They are really struggling down the stretch.
I'm gonna say it would definitely be surprising, having been in the fire here in the Philadelphia area. I'm gonna say he's not gonna get fired. The one that's so far the sacrificial lamb, unfortunately, is the offensive coordinator, the black guy, and that's who is being targeted with most of the vitriol on the offensive side of the ball.
Always got to be your brother.
Now, the other thing that has transpired recently is that some folk are now looking at Matt Patricia.
Oh, yeah. He
as a big part of the downfall since Sirianni gave him the defensive play call duties, and they have looked worse, especially in the second half. So Matt Patricia right now is getting more vitriol thrown at him and the Eagles defense than Brian Anderson is with the Eagles offense. But I think Sirianni is fine for this year. The main thing for him is going to be getting some new coordinators. And we're seeing that maybe Sirianni might have been as only good as a coach as his offensive and defensive coordinators. For both of his coordinators went on to become head coaches, and we're seeing an epic collapse by the Eagles. So it's going to be interesting to see. Coach Armani, do y'all have a name you want to share?
I'm gonna go with coach's coach. I'm gonna go with Mike Tomlin. I would be surprised if he got fired. He doesn't have a losing season, so you can't sit here and say that. And don't get me wrong, I didn't like really the Kenny Pickett pick. I don't think Kenny Pickett is going to be that guy. I think they're going to have to go in and get another quarterback. But Mike Tomlin, he's one of the best coaches in the NFL, hands down. Now, has he won a championship in the last 10 years? No. But the thing is that, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, you still got to, you can't fire. I'll be shocked if they let him go. I'm going to also throw in a monkey wrench. I don't think Arthur Blank got the heart to do it. I don't think Arthur Blank got the heart to do it as much as we want.
He got that FedEx contract on the line.
Thank you. So I don't think
there are already reports that he gone. So yeah, Arthur Blank has the heart to do it.
We'll see, but I don't think
gone. Trust me, he's gone.
Because
I've been wanting to say this, but there already been reports from reliable sources that he's probably here.
That's with the thought that the Falcons don't make the playoffs.
Oh, they're not making it.
Well, but they have a mathematical chance to make it.
Right, I think as soon as we get eliminated,
if they make it, he's not getting fired.
Right. I agree. If we sneak in the back door, then that'll be the reason to the Arthur Blank might keep him around. But if we miss it, which I think we're gonna do, he's out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So the president said Bill Belichick is done. That should be no surprise. The Jets head coach Robert Saleh. Do y'all think he's gonna be gone?
He already been reported to be returning.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers saved him, and Aaron Rodgers' injury, saved him again because Aaron Rodgers got hurt. The head coach can't control injuries.
The owner already said he's returning.
The president said Arthur Blank hands Smith the 12 gauge after tomorrow and says, go around back. You know what to do.
Well, here's what I will say. Arthur Blank will do this as respectful. I don't even expect for the reports to say that he's fired. They will say he has been released because
no. Here it is. What you're trying to say is they'll probably say they agreed to mutually
part ways. Thank you. Because of the respect that Arthur Blank has for Fred Smith, the owner of FedEx, which is Arthur Smith's father.
Well, he can say mutually part ways all he wants to. We'll be saying he got canned, terminated, fired
versus laid off. It's kind of like fired versus laid off. You got
hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back. So whatever, you can word it how you want to, Arthur, as long as you get up out of here.
Hey, Real.
Yes.
Here's one for y'all to consider. And the rumblings have been there, and then the recent articles about it. If the Bills don't make the playoffs, what do you think about McDermott?
They're already in.
Oh, he's already. No, the Bills are not in.
Well, you're right. If they lose, they can go either from second to all the way out the playoffs. You're correct. So Sean McDermott, that could be a possibility because if they lose, depending upon how they lose, there could be a lot of vitriol, especially being brought back up about that 9/11 situation. Mm-hmm. So that could easily come up. So that would be surprising. Now, I think the key to that, as I said, will be one, how they lose, if they lose. Two, what Josh Allen has to say. Because if Josh Allen is on board with McDermott, what's his name? McDermott?
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott. Then he's not going anywhere. Because Josh Allen is a franchise.
Yeah.
But that would definitely be a surprising fire. All right, gentlemen, let's get to the next topic at hand. And NCAA picks, we're down to one game. And it's only down to two of the four panelists on who can win.
Hey, Real, look what Jerome say. Is he trying to be funny?
What did he say? The Chargers head coach needs to be fired, but I'd be surprised if he gets fired. He's already been fired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's already been fired. All right. Masha Watkins, how you doing?
What's up, Miss Watkins? How you doing?
Glad to have you. I feel like we lost the season to me, so I think we should lose the season. I totally agree with that take. That's what I said early in the show. Let's stop wasting time. Let's just go ahead on, bow out gracefully, and let's begin preparation for the 2024 season. We're glad to have you.
Let Baker Mayfield make the playoffs.
All right, and let me just say hello to Jerry. Good morning to you, brother Jerry. You see, I haven't called you Jer ever since you gave me the pronunciation. In my DM, this brother said, a DM said, Rev, this is how you say my name. So, all right, man. What's up, brother Jerry? We're going to move on, man. We got some NCAA picks. We only got one game to choose from. The race is only between two people, and their names are not even on the show. How you figure that? Lord have mercy.
I'm coming for you, matches.
So here we are in the standings. Brace yourself. If I can find them. Here it is. Bam.
I told you I was coming to get y'all, matches. You thought you were going.
Come to the end of the NCAA Pick'em Roll.
Oh, God.
We have a tie, ladies and gentlemen. Coach got that game he needed. And we see that there's a tie between Coach and Armani, 74 and 35. The game that made the difference is when Washington beat Texas.
Yeah, you did the
last
Texas
week,
step.
which allowed there to be a tie. So Rev and Red. Well, Red was officially eliminated last week. I'm officially eliminated this week. And we just have one game to pick. So now all eyes on Armani and Coach to see in which direction will they pick this national championship game. Will they pick the same team? And then we got to rely on the tiebreaker, which is who had the best record each week. Or will they pick opposing teams? Tune in and see what will happen. If we were on regular air, that would be a good teaser and we go to commercial break. But we don't have any commercial break. So with that being said, man, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time with pick'em music this week because it's only one game. Folk want to see.
Real? Do me and you even count in this pick'em anymore?
Well, what we can do, Red, is make our picks first. So that may influence these two gentlemen who are competing for their NCAA pick championship. Armani is his second year. He's never won a championship, so this means a whole lot to him. I think Coach has won one NCAA and one NFL. One.
Since I'm the back-to-back champion, I'm pulling the UGA, so I'll be going for 3 out of 4 next year.
Yeah. I've won 2 myself. I had to give y'all the chance to start winning before it became the Michael Harris Invitational.
Yeah, because I was gonna catch up with you. We were gonna have to make it the Red Rev Invitation, and I did something this year.
But I am in position to do back-to-back in NFL. With that being said, Red, we'll start with you. They say the last shall be first, and you're the last in the standing. So we're gonna let you be the first in talking about the game.
Okay. I won't hold it long because I know this is between Coach and Armani. Y'all know I'm not a Khaki fans in college. I'm not a Michigan fan. He come back to the NFL, we'll have a different discussion. But as far as the college goes, Penix Jr., he played well last week. And I honestly didn't even pick Washington to be in the title game. I was with Texas all the way, but Washington, they showed me something. So I'm gonna ride the Penix Jr. train, I guess, to the end. And no Falcon fans, I ain't saying he has to be the guy to get drafted. He can be the guy, but he don't have to be the guy. Daniels is just as good. But for right now, as far as this game, Michael Penix Jr., he the man. And boy, he was the man last week, and I expect him to be the man this week. Penix Jr. keep that draft stock rising up with more accurate passes, more control of the offense, keep reading them defenses pretty good. I'm going to take Washington over Michigan, the Pacific Northwest over the Midwest. Washington 35, Michigan 21. But
man, you got a lopsided game right there. I rooted or picked rather Michigan because of the Harbaugh story, and the story's still on, so I can't be a hypocrite and go against the story, even though Michael Penix Jr. winning the championship. Of course, I have affinity for black quarterbacks. That would be a great story. I think we're going to see the battle of styles. Michigan, I believe, is the much more physical team. Washington is the more explosive team, especially when it comes to offense. So it's going to be a classic battle between, will this be a physical game or will it be a shootout? And I think Michigan has the ability to slow down Washington because they're very stout up front. And that caused their defensive line caused a lot of problems for Alabama not to have a very great day running the football. And I think, I said not a great day. I didn't say they had a bad day, but not a great day. And they, for the better part of most of the game, they were able to slow down Milroe from running. You're running crazy. And Penix does not provide that kind of threat like Milroe does or did in that Alabama game. So I'm going to lean towards my story again, the Harbaugh story, going against the odds, the investigation, so forth, so on, over Penix Jr., who's a great story. And if Washington wins, I will have no problem with it. But I think I'm going to go with the physicality of Michigan, being able to slow down Washington's running game to make them one-dimensional. Let's be reminded, for these two guys who got to pick to solve who wins this pick'em challenge, Washington's starting running back got hurt at the end of the game. He left with a boot on. So I don't know if he's going to be back healthy in 7 days. So with that being said, I'm going to roll Michigan. Let's say Michigan 28, Washington 24. Now, this is how we can do it. I know the VP said y'all should flip a coin. I don't have a coin for everybody to see. So I know if I flip the coin, I can still lie about it, but I wouldn't lie about it. But I got a number in my head. This is going to be determined who picks first between you all. I got a number in my head, and I'm going to text this number to Red.
Yeah, so, okay. I was going to say text to me, so.
Text the number to Red. The person closer to that number can choose if they want to pick first or second. It's the number from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Coach, since you've been on the show longer, I'm going to give you the seniority to pick the number. What's the number?
Oh, I got seniority? Okay. The number is 3.
Armani, what's the number?
9.
3. Oh, my goodness, it's a tie.
You ain't lying. It's a tie.
The number was 6. All right, let's try this again.
Rev, text me another number.
I'm texting him another number. All right. Here it is. The numbers from 1 to 20 this time. Armani, I'm going to give you a chance to go first this time. 1 to 20.
I'm going to go number 1.
Coach.
18.
The number was 19. Coach gets to choose. The number was 19.
Number one.
All right, Red?
God.
That was the number,
You
right,
was
Red?
so far back.
That was the number, Red, right? 19, right?
Yeah. I was like, Almighty, you were way back.
All right, Coach. So do you want to pick first or you want to let Armani pick first?
No, I'm going to go ahead and pick. I always do good picking first.
All right, here we go. We're going to add another dimension to this. This is how we can break the tie without even going back to the tiebreakers. Only you got to pick the score of the person closest to the right score. The point differential will matter too.
Okay.
Let's do it that way.
All right.
Go with it, Coach.
I just did my research like I always do with my colleges. Dylan Johnson, who, by the way, is from my hometown, Greenville, Mississippi, played at St. Joe High School. Yes, sir. I get that well. He is playing. He will be playing in the game. They reported it not too long, a day ago. He is playing. And I look at Washington's line. Washington has one of the best lines in the country. And they're not letting anybody get in their pennies. Now, I know Michigan is physical. I know Michigan sends a hard rush. But I just don't think they're going to get to – and those wideouts are Dunze, McMillan, Pope, those guys. It's going to be hard for Michigan's secondary to try to keep up with them, even though they got a good defense. The key, again, is going to be stopping those guys because Penix is a laser. He puts that thing on point every time. It's rare he makes a bad throw. So I'm going to go with Washington 35-30.
Rev, you muted. Muted.
My bad. Coach goes 35-30. 5-point differential heading in Washington's direction. Lieutenant Sonar, also known as Armani. What says you with your pick?
Man, because these teams are they're very different. But it's kind of like the better coach or the better quarterback. Jim Harbaugh is the better coach. However, their secondary Milroe had any time to throw. I think, we possibly could have won that game, but I mean, Washington has, like Coach said, one of the best O-lines in the country. But that being said, I think Washington is going to win this game 20 to, I'm going to go 17-31 Washington. I don't think that Michigan has the offense to keep up with Michael Penix and those receivers. And as we have seen in the past, if you have a good quarterback with some great receivers, it can work. The years of just the defense being the end-all, be-all is over. You have to have both. And I think Washington does have both. Now, their pass rush on defense isn't the best, but they do have some good cover corners that can cover. And with that being said, Washington is going to win the national championship. This will be Harbaugh's exit to go to the NFL.
All right. So both of them have picked Washington. Monty has Washington winning by 14, Coach by 5, whichever.
What? Ain't nobody they gonna pick the same team.
Hold up, Brett. Hold up. Whichever one comes closer to the actual number, if Washington wins, will be the pick'em champion. Now, if Washington loses, we're going to have to rely on the week-to-week standings. And I believe Coach might have won a lot more the week-to-week, and he would be crowned the champion.
And let me throw this in there, Real. Armantis, I'm talking directly to you. I'm going to point my finger at you down here.
Oh, he's doing it WWE style.
If you win, I will get your address and I will mail your boys a PlayStation game.
Okay.
Hey, Coach, you
Hey, Coach, you being pretty generous. Hey.
What happened to that generosity before
real fun of Almighty.
All right. Let's see what Reverend Knight Nation has to say.
Stop this love fest.
Here we go, man. We got a lot of comments. We're gonna see what Reverend Knight Nation has to say about this one.
They're gonna be mailing their addresses to Coach so they can get some gifts too.
I got kids too. All right. Nando says Washington will win. Penix Jr. is the better QB. Red, there are plenty of cows out my way. Steaks are real fresh. Jerry got Washington. Jerome says, look at God. The two teams that caused the confusion for FSU were eliminated. The Lord will not be mocked.
Can I respond to that real quick?
Uh-oh. We know it. Before Armani responds, please be reminded he is an Alabama fan. Proceed, Armani.
This ain't even got nothing. I mean, honestly, I don't think FSU could beat Georgia, Alabama, Washington, or Michigan. Why do they rank FSU above Georgia? Because they wanted to give them the undefeated, praise. There is no way that if FSU would have got in, Michigan would have blown the doors off of them. It wouldn't have been close. And the fact that and I saw it on your post, Rev, they got the teams right because for the most part, except in the trenches, Alabama and Michigan were pretty evenly matched. Texas and Washington were pretty evenly matched because you got Quinn Ewers and his wide receivers. You got Michael Penix and his wide receivers. FSU fans, listen, I understand that you wanted to be in the college football playoff, but it would have been a blip.
A massacre. It would have been a massacre.
So I don't want to hear we should have got in. If I would ask Jerome, if you put Alabama versus FSU well, we've seen what happened with Georgia. So I don't even, we already seen that story. What happens if they would have put Michigan, FSU, Alabama, FSU, Washington, FSU? It would have been terrible.
Can we just put it this way? Florida State was a great team with Jordan Travis. Nobody knows what would have been had he been able to play. But without Jordan Travis, they became an ordinary team.
Yep.
Bottom line.
Rev, you being polite. Call it what it would have been. And they used Jordan Travis' name. Without him, it would have been a travesty.
No, in the playoffs, it would have been a travesty.
It would have been terrible.
All I'm trying to get to is
No, Red. Now I'm about to call you on that one.
Hold on. All I was trying to get to by saying the way I set it up is this. FSU survived not having Travis because they played in an inferior conference. Bottom line.
They survived with them because they
Louisville was not making any other conferences conference championship.
Nope.
And you showed you're an average team and how bad Louisville is when you only score 16 points. And they scored, 6?
Yeah.
Now, what team is FSU stopping in the persons of Michigan, in the teams of Michigan, Washington, Texas? What team are they stopping and only holding them to 6 points in the college playoffs? It ain't happening.
Zero.
It ain't happening. So this is why, the Florida State people, you finally, and I think what really hurts for Florida State fans, they haven't been relevant in a long time since Jameis Winston.
Famous.
And they used to be a powerhouse. They used to be one of the blue bloods of college football. So they finally got a sense of nostalgia, became relevant again. And that's why they're whining so much, because they hadn't experienced being in the conversation for years. And we talk about almost a decade, because Jameis Winston about to retire from the NFL soon. So it's been some years.
Oh, he been in there that long.
Yeah, he been there for a minute, because remember, he started with Tampa Bay. Now he done been in New Orleans for about 4 years now. So, the bottom line is Florida State, we could talk about their record being undefeated. They were in an inferior conference. They would not have won any conference championship without Jordan Travis. So that's where the conversation stopped for me with FSU, when we have to look at the fact that they could not have won the Pac-12 without Jordan Travis. They could not have won the SEC without Jordan Travis. They could not have won the Big Ten without Jordan Travis. And they beat a 3-loss Louisville team by only 10 points. Without
Jordan Travis. Why is it so hard for folks to understand this? I mean, this is how football works, NCAA football works. You had your chance to prove yourself. You played bad against Florida. You played bad against Louisville. Case closed. Get out of here. Ain't nobody putting you in no doggone tournament. We don't care if you went 20-0.
Case closed. All right. Case closed. Mr. Case closed. He got Michigan for the sneaky win. Penix was set a passing record in the game for a close loss. The VP got the Washington Huskies winning in OT. Let's see, Alexis Hill got Michigan by 3. Utah had a similar D-line. Let's see. I'm trying to get the Wolvies disrupted up front. Games are won and lost in the trenches. Bama lost the battle in the trenches. Washington's running back going down hurt them pretty badly. If they're one-dimensional, it would be hard for Penix Jr. pull this off. I have faith. Go Huskies. My mother said, I knew you would select 6, your birth number. I was born on September 6th. All right. Blitzing Penix is not a good idea. You carve that defense up. Let's see. Someone called a drug test NCO for Armani for making that spread.
Anyway.
All right. Lieutenant Sonar is right. FSU and Liberty should have been in the bowl game against one another.
Right.
Deserved Oregon versus UGA. That would have been a great story.
Yeah. That would have been
Jerome said, blah, blah, blah. We will never know. Alabama got dominated. He wanted to say got dominated, but he said dominated.
Girl. How are you talking trash?
It's kind of funny how you like to switch the narrative when your team isn't in. Your team wasn't even in. Your team hasn't been relevant since Jameis Winston. Sir, I don't want to hear none of that.
Jerome a Florida State fan?
Yeah, he's a Florida State fan.
That's why you keep crying about Florida State.
Y'all got blown out by 60 points in a bowl game.
As Mother Harris would, I'm gonna call her as VP says, Mother Wildcat Harris chimes in to show how Louisville is terrible. Louisville couldn't beat Kentucky. Jared said the committee got it right. FSU didn't play anybody ranked in the top 4 and route to their conference championship undefeated season. Man, I need to come live to set the SEC Homer straight. But I'm putting my doors. That's a good thing, because we wouldn't want you to get your feelings hurt before you put your daughter to sleep.
You would get.
It will come. The president says it will come down to the field goal.
At 12:25 p.m., you put her to sleep.
Nap time.
I guess it's nap time.
Ray Ellison says, "Do y'all think this game will have a show rating since no SET will?"
Yes, this is gonna be a good game. This
I don't know. I don't know if it would get the ratings that the college football championship would normally get, because college football is king and south. I think Big Ten country will show up. I don't know if the SEC faithful gonna tune into this. I don't know. So that's a great question, Ray. We'll see. And the thing is, it may blow the ratings out the wall because so many people who have SEC championship fatigue might tune in. Because this has been the first time in some years that an SEC team has not been in the championship game. So there may be folks who are so tired of SEC teams getting in there who might tune in rather. So that's an interesting point right there. Let's see. Louisville sure can't beat Kentucky. Nando says Huskies 41, Michigan 24. Penix Jr. will have almost 500 yards. Man, I think y'all downplaying. Mr. Harbaugh. But anyway, let's move on, man. It's halftime of the Red Rev Sports Show, and we got to thank y'all for tuning in. We got one more half of the Red Rev Sports Show. Y'all have been great as usual, tuning in and chiming in. So let's get ready for halftime, and we'll be right back for the second half. We got 5 for 5. We got NFL picks. David Burns. Please don't go anywhere. Pro football you've been talking about. We'll be right back to feed your pro football fetish. We'll be right back. And we are back on the Red Rev Sports Show coming from halftime. We got a few comments. Let's see. My money says that Red Rose off air, not muting his mic. And we see that Red Rose wants to be a part of Revenite Nation and the panel. We're going to have to make him choose ye this day which sports platform you will use.
Choose ye this day.
All right. Let's move on, gentlemen. Now, this is 5 for 5, but we spent so much time talking about the Falcons. We're going to do 5 for 5, but we're going to do 3 for 3. 3 for 5. 3 minutes for each topic, or y'all talk about it. 4 minutes instead of 5 minutes for each topic. All right, so y'all go 1 minute, then we'll let Revenite Nation go, then we'll go to the next topic. All right?
Yes. Everybody involved today.
Yeah, we'll let y'all, we'll do 4 minutes, because you know how we normally have sidebar conversation after y'all get through. We'll just move on to the next one because it's already 12:30 before we got to halftime. Yeah. So we spent a lot of extra time on the Falcons. Didn't expect us to talk about a team that probably won't make the playoffs for 45 minutes.
Well, you know, we got a lot of Revenite Nation of Falcon fans, so you know that was gonna go a little overboard.
For sure. The
Lunits.
VP has spoken. So here you go, VP. It's right there for you, man. He said Q Lunits. And that's what we do. 5 for 5. We got 5 hot topics that we'll discuss. The panelists will get 1 minute each to talk about that topic, 45 seconds. Well, no, we'll just do 1 minute because Coach and Armani might have some technical difficulties, so we'll just keep them on the screen.
Here we go.
All right. So we got 5 topics. VP, the order was done. We queued Lunits. Here we are. Let's do it. 5 for 5. First hot topic. While we were on the air last week, Lieutenant Sonar gave us breaking news that the Atlanta Braves made a deal. The Braves trade for Chris Sale, former pitcher of the Boston Red Sox. And not only did they trade for him, but they gave him an extension. So with that being said, Coach, we'll start with you. You got 1 minute, sir. What you got when it comes to this trade? Go.
Well, you look at Chris Sale, you look at a guy who has some success, been one of the better lefties in the American League. And hey, all the Braves are expecting out of him is to be as effective as he was in Boston. If he can have any kind of effectiveness like he did in Boston, then the Braves have a bonus pitcher in that rotation, and that's going to put them back in the hunt for the World Series.
Armani, jump in there. Go.
I kind of like loved and maybe kind of didn't like it because it's like, okay, Chris Sale, you know, he has a history of being injured, and it's like, okay, well, you know, he like Coach said, he has some good runners with Boston, but can he stay healthy? You know, so hopefully, I mean, that's why I wasn't crazy about long-term, the extension, because it's like, how do we know that this guy is going to stay healthy enough for us to even, you know, be able to determine that he deserves an extension? You know, so, you know, I like the trade, but I just didn't like the extension. So, no, it wasn't a bad trade. Good trade, you know, gives us
15 seconds.
And we can stop walking people, you know. So, hey, decent trade.
Red, go.
It was a good, solid trade. As long as Chris Sale is healthy, it'll be one of the best trades he made in a minute. I don't have a problem with the extension. I don't have a problem with the trade. Like I say, everything is based on Chris Sale being healthy. If he's healthy, it was a good trade. It was a good extension. Braves pitching staff is improved, and I'm ready for some Braves baseball, baby, because Chris Sale was a nice addition. Like I say, baby, but with injury concerns with everybody you bring in. But hey, if he can give us just even regular Chris Sale, it was a good move. So no problem at all with the move. Braves got to be aggressive, no risk, no reward, baby. Good job, Alex.
All righty. Let's see here. Nobody had anything to talk about when it came to the baseball. On to the next topic. Draymond Green is returning soon. Are the Warriors excited about that? What says you, Armani? Go.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened at their leader. Well, I'm gonna say their leader, but I'll say their vocal leader back. Draymond, you on thin ice, brother. You can't have no more incidents this season, or it'll be another suspension. But this time, I think the commissioner is gonna be fed up, and say that, you know what? I'm tired. You're going for the season. So you need to keep your nose clean, keep your hands off of people. Don't punch nobody. Don't elbow nobody. Keep your hands to yourself, brother. Keep your hands to yourself. But glad to have you back.
Red.
Draymond Green returning soon, and the board is probably want him shipped out soon. I'm done with Draymond Green and the Warriors. If they were smart, they'd be done with Draymond to get him on up out of there. Time to move on from that disease on your team, okay? So, like I say, you giving this guy one too many chances, and you bring him back, and then we'll just be waiting for the next incident to happen. It's time for a fresh start, moving to another organization. Let's see if he can get his head on straight with another team. But 4 rings, y'all have gotten everything you have gotten out of Draymond. Okay, it's time to move on. Changes need to be made.
Coach.
Future WWE superstar Draymond Green will be gone after this year. He's a fake tough guy.
He might.
He's outlived his welcomeness, and he'll go to WWE and probably be a manager or something and do whatever because he's not going to help them get back to the title anytime soon. Chris Paul is out. And Draymond brings his impressive triple singles back that's not going to help the Warriors. So, hey, when he comes back, whoop-de-doo. You won't see any improvement. Goodbye.
Revenite Nation is commenting on the last topic and this topic. The VP says, good move. Braves have run support. He says the Warriors and Greens are in a toxic relationship. Over under. Green messes up in 15 games. I say under. David Burns says Chris Sale will be on the DL before the 10th game for the Braves. Glad he's no longer a problem in Boston. The president says no one puts Draymond on thin ice. He'll beat that ice. Alexis Hill says they still need another pitcher because it's a risk that may or may not work. I don't think Draymond can help himself. It makes no sense to potentially hurt other players. And who's willing to trade for Green? Keith Sweat. All right. On to the next topic.
It's Keith Sweat, a GM.
Nobody.
Nobody. All right, let's go. Red. Let's do it. Next topic, Lakers facing big changes. Is that going to come into fruition or will they stay pat? Go ahead, Red. Go.
Well, I'm sure Rob Pelinka would like to stay pat, but when LeBron is saying that we suck as a team, you're not gonna be able to stay pat. You're gonna have to try to shake it up a little bit. D. Russell will probably be moved out. Austin Reeves not going nowhere. I can tell anybody to think Austin Reeves not going anywhere. He's not the reason that the Lakers suck, okay? But D. Rose will probably be moved out. If we can put Hockey in the deal, probably move him out. Just disappointing right now. The defense is not consistent. The Lakers don't have the shooting is not consistent. We can say we're kind of top heavy in the front court. The perimeter defense is trash. I tell you one thing. I know who is getting a kick and laughing out of this, and that's Russell Westbrook. I know he is tapping his butt off. Can't blame him for this. No, he can't blame Russell for this. So Lakers, like I say, you definitely facing some big changes. I know Pelinka don't want to make a move, but he's probably gonna have to make a move because when you have LeBron James as the centerpiece of a team playing like this.
Coach, what you got?
Lakers, I don't know if they're gonna make any move. It's more now of a mental thing. I think it's in their heads. The losing and Darvin Ham, they all just need to sit down, get the team right. You got a team that's confident enough to swing this thing around. So I think you just got to get on the same page. And then next thing you know, you'll see the Lakers winning so many games. It's mental to me with them.
The mental route. Armani, jump in there.
It's not mental, man. I don't think the roster is not constructed I don't think it's constructed to win long term, to go to the NBA Finals. LeBron and AD, they're doing their best, right? But the role players got to do their job. LeBron is not 26, 27, 28 years old anymore. He is old, about to be 39 years old. LeBron cannot be scoring 30 points a game no longer to keep the team afloat. You just can't do it no more. AD, for what it's worth, he's been playing well, but how long is that going to last? The Lakers,
15 seconds.
The Lakers need to figure out their identity, and they need to figure out who they're adding, who they're trading away, and who they're adding. They need to figure it all out, and the coaching situation.
I'm going to jump in real quickly. I think there's one player that the Lakers are really missing, and they devalued him and that is Dennis Schroeder. They need somebody who can put on the ball pressure to guard the people like Ja Morant, to guard those top point guards. And they did well getting wing defenders in Cam Reddish, Tayshaun Prince, but they don't have anybody who can guard the ball. And this is why they are struggling against teams, especially who have good point guards. And a lot of teams in the West have solid point guards. Jamal Murray, pretty solid. Ja Morant, pretty solid. So when you look at James Harden, pretty solid. So therefore, that's where they hurt. You can wrap it up, Red. 30 seconds. Oops, sorry. Hold on. Go.
Oh, okay. You think bringing DeJounte Murray in will solve the problem?
It could. I haven't seen much of him being an all-ball defender, but I think it would help them out a lot to have a true point guard. The problem is, I think LeBron is once again getting comfortable having the ball in his hands a lot. And then you got Austin Rivers who has the ball in his hands, and that takes away from what DeJounte Murray can do. But they may respect his game so that they might say, you know what, we don't have to handle the ball as much because DeJounte Murray can do it. I think the big thing is they got to decide what they're going to do with D'Angelo Russell. I was not for them re-signing him because I think he's a solid regular season player, but he's not playoff material.
He killed his opportunity when he choked in the Denver series last year, and now we're struggling early on. He's gonna be the Westbrook of this team this year. He's gonna be the one guy that we're gonna use to bring some other guys in because it's just not working out early on. Then when you got him, he's hurt right now, but even when he was playing, you got him sitting out pivotal minutes of the fourth quarter. There's no way Cam is gonna play Russell over Reed. Reed, Bron, and AD are his guys in the clutch. And Cam Reddish is his guy too. So Russell, you're on the outs, and Christian Wood, he might be on the outs, even though he did some PT lately. I guess Jackson Hayes is hurt, but there are people that Cam is in favor for, and the ones that he's not in favor for, those will probably be the ones that are going to be out first. And I can promise you, Russell is on that list.
Jerome K says, where is the leadership in the locker room that can wield a winning attitude? LeBron used to be the one who could do that, but he is 39 years old. And going back to AD, yes, AD is putting in numbers, but AD should be the leader. But unfortunately, he's not vocal. And number two, his dominance doesn't really shift the culture. Like you get a player like Ja Morant, his dominance shifts the culture of the team. Jokic's dominance shifts the culture of the team. Greek Freak's dominance shifts the culture of the team. And AD just puts up good numbers, but there's no shift in the culture. Alexis Hill says, sounds like the Lakers need to trade for another key player. That's going to be harder. That's easier said than done because we do have this thing called salary cap. Ray Ellison said, I saw somewhere the Lakers are looking into possibly acquiring Murray from the Hawks. That rumor is floating out there. Let's move on to the next topic. Coach, you're up. Have the Eagles exploded? What says you, Coach? Go.
You know how you put a cat in a corner and he got to fight his way out? Watch the Eagles turn this thing around and scare some people in the playoffs. They're not done yet. That team, Jalen Hurts is going to sit down and they're going to get that thing right. They're going to find the running game, which they seem to have lost. The Eagles are not done. They're going to turn this thing around. That thing with Arizona may have slapped them upside the head a little hard enough where they can say, okay, it's time to get it going. And A.J. Brown was right. So I think the Eagles going to make some noise in the playoffs. Will they win it all? I doubt it, but hey, they're going to make some noise.
Armani, do you agree or have they exploded?
They'll turn it around. I believe I think they're also having an identity crisis. They don't know if they want to run the football or they want to spread teams out and pass. Here's the thing, right? When you have a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, I enjoy Jalen Hurts because I've seen him since forever. Jalen Hurts has the weapons.
15 seconds.
But you can't just you can't let him run the football, hand the ball off, and run the football all the time. You got to get your best players in the space. Devontae Smith and what's my boy name? You just said his name. Wide receiver. AJ Brown. Got to get them in the space.
Got them in the space. Go ahead, Red. Go with it.
Have the Eagles exploded? Yes, they have exploded. And Red is loving it. They have burned down. The house is on fire. Burn, baby, burn. The roof is on fire. We don't need no that's the Eagles right now. They have exploded. I am John McClain in the airport. I'm about to light my lighter and say yippee-ki-yay as I watch that plane explode. Because the Eagles have exploded. It's over. Nick Giafani, Sirianni, or whatever his name is, have been exposed. You ain't nothing without your coordinators. Jalen Hurts is hurt every week, every game. AJ is a selfish receiver. The Eagles are burning down, baby. Burning down. It is over with. Exploded.
All right, Red has spoken. I want to just use a few seconds of mine. Before that, Rev Night Nation says, what's up, Winston? Glad to have you, man. Jerry said the Eagles will make the NFC Championship game and will probably face the 49ers. VP likes your yippee-ki-yay. The president said, haven't seen Red that excited since he left his deal on payday. So let me go quickly, man. We got a little minute. Did Red say the Eagles have exploded or imploded? I think we meant to say imploded. Yeah, that's what we meant to say. Thank you for the correction, Sister Harris. Man, Red, you sure got a lot of energy for the Eagles. Let me ask Coach real quickly, and Armani, because you all, and again, it should have been imploded. You all said that it's not over for the Eagles. And we just saw them barely beat the Giants. They just lost to the Arizona Cardinals at home. What gives y'all this optimism? What is it about the offense? And also what about the defense that allows you all to be optimistic? And if you all say they're going to make a run, because we only got one game before the playoffs, what is you all's prediction on how far they'll go? So 30 seconds. Go ahead, Armani.
Because the Eagles have one of the more better offenses in football. I mean, when you got Devontae Smith, you got AJ Brown, you got your boy from Georgia running the football, Swift, who has been exceptional. They do have a good offense. The thing is that I think the Eagles need to get the pass rush going. Can't get the pass rush going. I think the ceiling will be I think they can make it to the conference championship.
All right, Coach, jump in there. Can't hear you, Coach.
I'm sorry. I can use my own team as an example, the Steelers. When the Steelers lost 3 games against 2 teams who had losing records, everybody thought it was over. They didn't have a chance to go anywhere. Now, here the Steelers are on the outside, possibly to make the playoffs. So I think that the Eagles are talented enough to turn it around. And as Jalen Hurts goes, so goes them. I think that they can make a definite run. The right situation. Hurts gets in there and shows the flashes of what it made him a MVP candidate. Hey, they'll be okay.
They make it to what in the playoffs?
I got to look at the schedule how it shakes out. I don't know.
Just give us something. Man. Give us an idea.
They're gonna win 1 or 2 games.
All right, because we obviously know the AFC is much harder than the NFC.
Yeah.
So the 49ers are the only team that really beat the brakes off them, even though the Cowboys beat them. Are they better than the Cowboys? Are they better than the Lions?
They about even.
Are they able to go on the road and beat a Tampa Bay team?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't see Tampa Bay defense holding up that well.
You all are more optimistic than the fans in Philadelphia, I will say that. All right.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I've seen.
Last topic for 5 for 5. Here we go. It is Harbaugh. Is he returning to the NFL? If so, where? Armani, go with it. Go.
I think that Harbaugh will return to the NFL after this season. He's already hired an NFL agent to represent him, who is also, I think, some other coach's agent, but he's coming back. Regardless of the outcome on Monday, Jim Harbaugh is coming back to the NFL, and Michigan will be, looking for another head coach. So after this year, it's done.
What team?
I'm gonna say the Chargers.
Coach.
Who cares? Who really cares? I mean, Harbaugh come back in the NFL. What they do? Let's just shoot cannons off and have a parade. Who cares? I mean, if he comes back, I'm like Armani. He'll probably go to the Chargers. They got a good quarterback, pretty decent. They got some weapons. But if he stays, who cares? If he goes, whoopee. I have no love for anything named Harbaugh anyway. So hey, big deal.
Now, it is a big deal, Coach, man. We cannot underplay this man's success. He has won wherever he's gone. Stanford, he won. 49ers, he won. Took them to the Super Bowl and lost the Super Bowl to his brother. Went to Michigan, won. Been killing Ohio State the past 3 years. About to take his team to the national championship. It could be argued that he's the best to ever do it besides Jimmy Johnson in both college and pro.
Pete Carroll better than him.
Okay, Pete Carroll, since he did win NCAA championship and Super Bowl. So we would have to give Pete Carroll. So Jimmy Johnson, Pete Carroll in the same conversation. Harbaugh is below them because he's absent of trophies. But the brother has done a good job wherever he's gone.
You don't think the Michigan favor gonna back up the Brinks truck?
No, I think he's tired of the politics that comes with college football. Too many rules and regulations, and he likes freedom. All right. Jerry says this, Armani. I wouldn't mind if he becomes the head coach of the Falcons. Would you want Harbaugh in Atlanta?
I would love Harbaugh, but the thing is this. Harbaugh's going to want control, complete control. Arthur Blank, they're not going to do that. They're not going to give Harbaugh complete control over the Atlanta Falcons because, for one, ego of Rich McKay and Arthur Blank. Should that be the number one? They should be the number one team that he should be looking at, honestly, because all you need is really a quarterback and a pass rusher, and the Falcons ready to go.
Well, then I think if that's the case, the best team for him would be the Chargers because they already got a quarterback.
That's true. And they got
and the solid
and Bosa and all. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that would be the best team. So because his quarterback is already there, it's not a crapshoot. Red, real quickly, would you like Harbaugh in Atlanta? Okay.
Why not?
I just would.
I mean, it's a reason. So no reason.
No reason.
Real, this is a sports show. We need some comments.
Yeah, we need some
comments, man. You just made a comment like you part of Revenite Nation. Why not?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I just don't want him in Atlanta. I don't know why. I just can't think of it. I just don't want him in Atlanta.
His personality,
his
scheme.
Well, he's not coming. I don't think he's coming here anyway.
You don't want to get your hopes up. Sounds like.
All right. Jerome says Harbaugh is done with the NCAA. Yearly witch hunt, khaki pants to the Falcons. VP said Blank would never give Harbaugh control. I agree with Lieutenant Sonar. Arthur Blank needs someone to have control because he's not. VP says Harbaugh will take Chargers gig and listen. The panache will be fun to watch. Red Rose, I just had to give you a hard time, but you my boy. Harbaugh to the Chargers would be a good move.
Yeah,
We
great
caught
move
Red
from
Roads
Chargers.
in the middle of a puff.
Great move.
That's what I was thinking. I ain't gonna lie. That's
Wait a
what I
minute.
was thinking.
Wait a minute, Rev, go back to what Jerome said. Cakey.
Oh, cakey pants. Lord have mercy. See, Coach, he was trying to work with you today. You picking a fight with him. Jerry
like
says
to
it'll be a
work.
darn good move. Jerome K said Harbaugh will get control because blank is ready and needs to try something new. Billionaires know how to delegate. Red just my mom said here's what you need, Armani, to know about why Red doesn't want Harbaugh. He just doesn't like Harbaugh.
There you go.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't.
perfect. I mean, I tried to check. I just didn't want him here.
But when you don't like somebody, it's usually a reason why you don't like said person. That's all. That's all I was asking.
So you all just got a dose.
Now we don't go where I don't puff while the show is going on. Not one air.
Now you all got a.
I be tempted to.
You all got a dose of what used to make me mad when it was just me and Red at times. Because Red would literally come on the show and you'd be like, Red, what's your thoughts about this? I really don't
no, I'm good, Rev. I'm saying, I just couldn't. I honestly couldn't think of nothing. I'm saying, I honestly couldn't say. I just don't want Harbaugh in the lab. I'm fine. Trust me, I'm fine. I had technical difficulties what happened before, but okay. I mean, if y'all want me to give you something, I will. But I mean, I just don't want Harbaugh in Atlanta. Number one,
we'll just go
you know wherever he goes, he's not gonna be there for a long time. His style eventually will stand. Now, what I want is some consistency here. Maybe a coach to be here for a long period of time because I want a coach that'll build with the new quarterback that we're about to get. Now, I was not rolling. I'm ready. I'm on the show. What I'm saying, I don't want Harbaugh because wherever he goes to San Diego. He'll probably be there 3 or 4 years, and eventually his style will wear down, and they'll have to make another move. I just don't want him coming here, but I don't think he will mesh with Arthur and Rick McKay. I personally don't, and of course he would want full control. I don't think Arthur and Rick McKay would cede full control to him, and like I say, I think the personalities would eventually clash, and it would just be a bad ending to a unique situation. And to avoid all of that, I just say I don't want Harbaugh here. I was trying to have the moisture off camera. The moisture comes from these lips to seal it. So, and like I say,
here's what I say. Here's what I
Last comment on this, man. We got to move on. Go ahead.
Harbaugh is a winner in college and the pros.
Not really.
Do y'all want to win?
He win regular season. He ain't won no championship. Has he won any rings? Oh, exactly. Thank you.
Has any of these head coaching candidates coming up that the Falcons are considering one of the rings besides Eric Bieniemy as a coordinator?
Can I put it this way, Armani?
I'm just asking a question.
And I agree. Here's to your point. I'll ask this question. Name one coach that the Falcons have hired that when they were hired, they were more accomplished than Harbaugh.
None. I can't even say Mike Smith. None. That's why I'm saying I don't understand why.
None.
Do we want to win or do we want to lose? I don't understand.
Now Red is talking about winning championships. That's fair. While at the same time, we just want to win consecutively because it's not like the Falcons have a championship DNA in the first place.
You got to crawl.
And Harbaugh is the only guy that can make that happen.
So what other
Harbaugh can consistently make? We're going on 6 losing seasons.
And you guarantee
what other coach out there has the resume of Jim Harbaugh? What other coach?
What we can guarantee?
I just said I don't want Harbaugh. You're not gonna talk me into want Harbaugh, okay? I don't want Harbaugh. If you want him, that's fine. But I don't want him.
I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just trying to go to Armani's
I understand he got a great resume. I know his resume.
Here's the point, Red. Here's the point. What we do know about Harbaugh is from his track record, if he's hired, the Falcons will be better than when he started. That's what we can't come to the conclusion.
We'll be better. I told you we'll be better in about 3 or 4 years.
So with the coaches that the Falcons are accustomed to hiring, it's a crapshoot.
Right.
That's where the difference is if you hire a Harbaugh, is that
he will be the most
accomplished with the history.
He would be the most accomplished. Yeah, and that's why I don't think Arthur would go after him, because he's too accomplished. Like I say, it's certain people they look for, and Harbaugh is not the type. They don't look for guys they don't look for the Sean Paytons or the Bill Parcells or the Jim Harbaugh to come in and take full control of the franchise. They need to, but they don't. I don't know why they don't.
And you just explained probably why the Falcons won't win anything anytime soon.
Right.
Because you just explained that they want choir boys.
You got to get rid of Rich McKay. You get rid of Rich McKay and tell Arthur to butt out. Let the GM control the team.
It's hard to tell the owner to butt out of here.
I don't care what it's hard, dude. You are not helping your team. You don't have any football knowledge. You don't need to be in football situations, football discussions, football meetings. Stay up in the doggone owner's booth and butt the out.
I agree.
All right. Jerome said Harbaugh's going to come over to Red's house and knock over those matches.
Harbaugh is fine. If the Falcons surprise me and hire a coach like that, that's good. I mean, they finally doing the right thing and giving up full control. But now keep in mind, he would only be here 3 or 4 years before the dysfunction started kicked in. He making more comments.
Nah, that was just hilarious. He gonna come over and knock over those mattresses.
Oh,
Lord, Jerome, that might have been your funniest statement today, bro. That was pretty clever. Jerry said, "Preach it, Red Road."
Leave my dad bed alone, man. My pop old be.
He said, "Preach it, Red Road's about Rich McKay."
No, Rich Duckay. Rich Duckay, because he's decaying the team. It's like soup decay on it. All right. But like I say, if Harbaugh's the route they go, I won't hate on it.
All right. So they said, going back, Jerry said Mike Smith won a championship as a coordinator, as well as Dan Quinn. They weren't as accomplished as a head coach.
No, he still wasn't
as Harbaugh was. So it's not even close.
And head coach says Jim Harbaugh should be one. That's just my.
Here we are, man.
And do they even have a list yet of the coaches they want? I even heard Belichick was on the list. Now wait a minute, Belichick on the list. He goes above.
Let's say that for next week. Let's say that for next week.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have more conversation about the Falcons and coaching next week, because either Arthur Smith will still be here or we won't, and then there'll be a job opening. We're on the NFL picks. This is where we are in the standings. Their coach finds himself in the midst again. He had a 1-game lead last week, but lost it. Lost it. And he and the good Reverend are tied at 104 and 64 as we come to the end of the regular season. And we still have playoff football. So this is pretty close going to the final stretch. Red is knocking on Armani's door still.
I'm about to catch him. Last place, already. I better catch you, dog.
He is knocking on Armani's door. 3 games. Armani may be sending Cash App, and I must admit, I would rather get Armani's deal than Red's deal. So come on, Armani. Come on, Red.
Okay, well, yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Come on, Red. I need you to pass him. I need my Cash App to receive a blessing. I need my Cash App to receive a blessing.
I'm going to pass him, Rev. I got him.
Let's go, Red. I might take this one to the altar tomorrow.
I'm finna hawk him down, Rev. I'm finna hawk him down like Kelly Campbell and Terrence Topley, Maze High Track.
Do that. Do that. Pass him. Not only hawk him down, pass him. Because I
I'm
need
gonna
my
pass
cash
him.
app. My cash app needs a Virginia blessing. Yes, it does.
Real, I'm finna be Seabiscuit. I'm finna be Seabiscuit on that Triple Crown. I'm finna pass him up, man.
Pass him up, brother. Hey, you got no complaints over here. Pass him. Pass him. All right, let's get into it. Coach, you and I.
Armani, I got something to play for now, man. I thought I was done.
I'm gonna come up with an excuse. I lost my job. There we go.
They fired you from a football coach for being mean to the minors.
Jerome said Armani mailed them a case of MREs.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh, no.
God, they're terrible.
The VP said Rev can't wait for Armani Newsome cash app to ring down. Rain down.
Rain on me.
For sure. Let it fall on me.
They're gonna bring that singing Rev out here.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Rev was chiming on New Year's Eve, Coach. Rev, we heard you singing on New Year's Eve.
I do all right, man.
I'm gonna show that other turf. We got some music over here, baby. Let me crank that up, baby. Let me get this solo going.
All right, Coach, I'm going to give you the seniority since you've been in first place more often than I have this season. Do you want to pick first or last?
You know I always pick first. You don't have to ask. Always
All
first.
right, man. Let's get into it. Revenite Nation, join us in our picks. Let me get some good pick'em music to start this pick'em round, and then we'll be ready to go.
You play some of that Under Siege music for our money.
All right.
Where my Under Siege soundtrack at? Hey, Armani, you remember Cue Ball? Remember Cue Ball? What's up, Cue Ball?
All right, Coach, jump in there, man. Your Steelers are playing the Ravens minus Lamar Jackson on this Saturday. Who you rolling with?
And I'm not happy that Lamar not playing because the Steelers are 6-1 against Lamar. I'd rather he be out there so we could possibly take him down or try to make a good hit on him somewhere and get him out of there. Because Tyler Huntley gives us problems. I don't know why as a backup he gives us problems. We trying to get I think Fitzgerald and then Landon Roberts are supposed to play again. I think they're gonna try to play. So I'm going with the Steelers. And I saw where Jadeveon Clowney, if he gets a sack today, he gets a $750,000 bonus. So I know he's gonna try to get his 1 sack in. He won't get it, but the Steelers.
Coach going with the Steelers. Who you got, Armani?
I'm gonna go with the Steelers. The Ravens already locked up the number 1 seed, right? So Huntley, he not today. They in Pittsburgh too. Yeah.
No,
they're not.
Baltimore.
Oh, they're in Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Go.
Thank you, man. We getting one step closer to that cash app. Appreciate it. All right. Real, who you got?
Yeah, Real, I appreciate that. Now I'm going to Steelers for sure now. Steelers. Ravens resting folks, man. Lamar not playing. Huntley Steelers got a playoff spot to play for, so they're gonna come out there and drop everything. The Ravens got the B team in, and even if they lose, they'll believe they'll be ready for the Steelers in the playoffs. Ravens gonna go ahead and let the Steelers get this game. Steelers will be in the playoffs. Pittsburgh wins.
I'm going with the Ravens. I'm sorry. I'm going with the Steelers as well.
No.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers.
No.
Yeah.
No, when I've been picking the Steelers during this season, they've been losing. When I pick against them, they win. So that's why he's saying no.
Coach ain't got no faith in Rudolph and over the Ravens B team.
So let's go Steelers.
Lord, that just made it worse.
Lamar Jackson, man, he's not playing, so I can't go for the Ravens.
Steelers gonna win, Coach.
Let's go to Revenite Nation. The president said I got a cassette tape of the Reds vocals for choir concert. He ain't lying. Jerry Martin got the Steelers. The VP said Ravens lose a meaningless game. Tomlin puts a cherry on his crap Sunday. David Winston Thorne got the Ravens. I'm sure David Burns got the Ravens. As much he's been talking about them all show. Jerome Case, the Baltimore Hood Stars over the Steel City Beer Drinkers. Jerry says Ravens shouldn't be playing in starters. Eric Parker got the Ravens. The VP said Coach don't believe that. Lamar would run you guys ragged. Coach drinking on that Jim Jones Kool-Aid.
You didn't hear what I said, Vincent. We got a 6-1 record against Lamar. Look it up.
David Burns says I want Mark Andrews back for the Ravens. Lightly ain't been playing too bad. Alexis Hill got
You're
the
not
Ravens.
getting him back, David, because he's out. So you're not getting him back.
The president says Rudolph will go down in history for all the wrong reasons. And the VP said the only Rudolph coach has faith in has a red nose, and he only works one day a year. Armani, you up next game, bro. Who you got? Texans versus Colts.
Think long, Armani.
CJ Stroud playing?
Yes.
Yep.
Texans. Is that simple as CJ Stroud?
Yep.
All right. What says you, Rep?
I'm going with Indy. Indy at home. They playing for a playoff spot. The Minshew kid, he's going to be highly motivated to get this team in the playoffs because it makes him look good. It makes the coach for Indy look, and Indy's coach is doing a heck of a job. The old offensive coordinator for Pittsburgh. Now I love CJ. And D'Amico Ryans and that team has really come up. Rev, that they another franchise. What we talking about? Franchise changers. CJ Stroud is a franchise changer. Just gonna come up one game short this year. But I love you, CJ. But Colts win.
Ooh, this is a tough one for me. I don't have any strong convictions about this. Colts, I picked them against the Falcons. They lose to the Falcons. They beat the Raiders last week. They beat the Steelers pretty good. But as I'm looking at the teams that they just beat, none of these teams that the Colts beat in the last 5, they've gone against a quarterback of C.J. Stroud's caliber. So this is why I'm going to roll with the Texans. And I think DeMarco Ryan, as the head coach, got a nice defensive scheme to shut down Minshew. So I'm going with the Texans here. Who you got, Coach?
I'm going to go with the Texans, my boy. You know, I love Minshew. But I think C.J. Stroud is going to try to set history as being the leading the Texans to the first time in the playoffs in a long time. And they got some injuries, but they got some guys back too. So I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Yeah, we know why, Coach. We know why, the real reason.
What's the real reason?
Because we know if Indy lose, that'll help your Steelers out one.
If Texas lose, that'll help the Steelers. Either one, it doesn't matter who win or lose. So it don't matter.
Well, those two teams are still playing for their own division too. Jerry Martin got the Texans. VP got the Texans. Eric Parker, Texans. Winston Thornton, Texas. Alexis Hill, Texas.
Oh, no coach.
Wow.
There you go. He's
all right,
it.
there we go, Thomas.
President.
Yeah. Oh, are we smelling it? You smell it? Okay, he's smelling it. Yeah, Thomas. Let's go, baby.
Jerome Case, the Texans, tied the Colts for the win. And Ray Ellison, the Texans. On to the next game. Red, you're up. Bears versus Packers. Bears had a very impressive win over your Falcons last week. The Packers are at home. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the hometown Packers. I know Justin Fields has been coming up. I really like how he has improved his quarterback play. And he is going to be a hot ticket in the offseason. But I'm going with the Love Doctor. Love Doctor got a chance to get in the playoffs, win, and you in home in front of the Green Bay faithful. Love Doctor, they got to pull this off, man. This has got to be a must-win just for him going forward. So I think Green Bay, Dave LaFleur, they'll have these boys ready. The defense very opportunistic and solid. Justin Fields gonna give him a good game now, because that boy he been playing pretty good. But I think the love doctor will make a few more plays at home to put him over the top and ease by the Bears. But the Bears, it's gonna be a good game now. But I'm taking the Packers over the Bears.
I must say I'm a little perturbed that every time I look at Jordan Love, I think about Red calling him the love doctor, and I wish I could dispel that image of him being the love doctor, the love doctor. But anyway, I think the Packers win. This game is much more meaningful to the Packers than it is the Bears, even though this is a divisional rival, and the Bears would love to keep the Packers out of the playoffs. With that being said, I think Jordan Love rises to the occasion and allows the Packers to proceed and march on into the playoffs. So I'm rolling with Red with the Packers. Who you got, Coach?
Well, why don't you just go and call him like the old WWE manager? Call him Brother Love and say that's who he is.
I love you.
Yeah. I think,
my nickname up, Coach.
who is that? The Bears are hot, but I think it's time to put a stop to it. The Packers are trying to get in the playoffs, get those Green Bay fans riled up, and they can be, I don't know how much of a threat they're going to be once they get there, but hey, Jordan Love has more than proved that he's the starter for years to come, so I'm going to go with the Packers.
Montes.
I'm going to go with the Packers, man. I mean, Packers are one thing they are. They are well coached. You know, LaFleur got them boys cooking. Even with the roster that he has, they're well coached. So I'm gonna go with the Packers.
All right. So we got the BP with the Bears, Jerry with the Bears, Winston Thornton with the Bears, Eric Parker, Bears. David Burns said the Bears will win. Alexis Fields on the right side says the Packers. David Burns says Jordan Love will love those sacks from the Bears. And Jerome K says the love machine will dance all over the field of dreams. Packers. On to the next one. I can't believe this game is on me. Oh, man. Falcons versus the Saints. Man. Oh, this is a tough one for me. The Falcons beat the Saints earlier this year, am I correct?
Yep.
But this game is in New Orleans?
In New Orleans.
Yep.
I want Arthur Smith to be fired. And if the Saints win this game, that would help what I want. Oh, man, it's tough. But I don't want the Saints to beat the Falcons. This game is in New Orleans. Oh, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I need to look at one more thing. I'm sorry. The Saints won last week, didn't they?
Yep.
Yes.
They beat the Buccaneers, didn't they?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going with the Saints.
Okay.
Coach.
Hotline.
That's Arthur Smith calling in.
Yeah, trying to see who we gonna pick. The Falcons done burned me too many times. Sometimes. No, I take that back. They burn me some weeks. They win for me some weeks. So I'm like, Real. I'm not gonna do this. Head Falcons. Tails the Saints. Up his head Falcons.
Coach going to Falcons, all right? We got some dissension in the ranks. Armani, who you rolling with?
Oh, I don't like no team.
It's so hard.
Can't stand New Orleans. I'm gonna go with the Saints, man, because we need. This is for the long term of the Falcons. I can't sit here and act like if we win tomorrow that there's gonna be some blooming fix because we're going to the playoffs. For the long term investment of my Falcons, Saints gonna win. Arthur Smith will be fired come Tuesday.
So you got on the Saints.
Yep.
Red, who you got?
I'm going with the Falcons. Yeah, I appreciate y'all money going with the Saints now. If the
Uh-oh.
Falcons win, that'll get me up a game on. But like you say,
Separation.
if Falcons win, it don't mean nothing because I think the Tampa Bay gonna beat Carolina, so it really don't matter, y'all. The Falcons are done, but I don't want them losing to the Saints. I don't care where they at. I never pick them to lose to the Saints. I wish we were playing another team so I could just pick the other team, but I ain't picking Speaking Time. But Tampa Bay, they'll handle their business. So Rev, you ain't got to worry. We'll be right where we need to be in the lottery, looking for a coach and looking for another quarterback. So
Here's the
Falcons will
problem,
be
man.
Draft position.
Here's the problem,
y'all
Red.
honestly think
Here's the
y'all honestly
problem,
think
Red.
Carolina go beat Tampa Bay.
We got. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about if the Falcons win, Arthur Blank will say, you know what? He won 2 out of his last 3,
Oh,
and
shit.
use that as justification to keep him.
That's why I said the betterment
that's
of the
the kind
long
of
term of
stuff.
the franchise.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we dealing with, man. You know, if we had like a cutthroat owner who's like, look, man, we ain't going with this mediocrity. If win or lose, you don't make the playoffs, it's over. I could go with that. But if the Falcons win, and if they win impressively, well, maybe we own to something.
Yeah, we
Well,
on something.
okay,
That's the
take it
kind
that
of
way.
foolishness we got, man.
Well, okay, so you think, okay, well, I'm saying I'm being selfish looking out for my record right now. I mean, I'm trying to catch up with our money. But you're right, we need to lose this. It will be I'm ready for the offseason too. So I really don't care what happened with the Falcons. Saints. The season is over. We don't need to make the playoffs. Moving on. So, but I'm trying to catch up to our money. I keep
All
it, but you're
right, we
right.
can roll with that. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah,
And then,
yeah. Look, if we
yeah,
lose, it's the right thing. I'm ready for. I'm with y'all. We need an off season, a pivotal off. We don't need to make the playoffs. So I'm with you, but I'm trying to catch up. So I'm thinking about my standards right now. But as far as
I,
the Falcons go, the Falcons are done. The Falcons suck, and all these delusional fans that's believing in all this. Well, we still got a chance. We ain't had a chance since middle of the season since we lost those 3
all right,
games
Red,
we
we ain't
should have
gonna
lost.
keep talking about the Falcons, man. We
So,
done
okay,
had
yeah,
three
we
three
suck. It's
segments with the
over.
Falcons.
Hopefully the season ends Sunday. It's over with. But I'm just thinking about my standards, trying to catch our money.
Gotcha. Jerry says Aints. VP says the Stanks. Winston got the Falcons winning by 3. Eric Parker gives us some commentary about Heineke, quarterback hurt. Ritter possible in start. New Orleans wins, fires Arthur Smith. Love the narrative. Ray Ellison says Falcons by 1. VP said when I was picking, Red going into his prayer closet on this one. Since Red is a diehard Falcons fan, I can take Falcons over the Saints, but we really have to establish the game. Ray says, but I'm with you, Rev. We got to get AS out of here. Jerry says, bye-bye, Meathead and Ragu. Ragu. Ray Ellis said, but I have to ask myself, do I really trust the organization to pick the right head coach? And the answer is no. No debate from us. Jerome says, dear Saints, please win. The Lord knows. Amen. Jerry says, Rev, Arthur Blank is delusional. No debate from me. Jerry says 7-10. 7-10. That's a recipe to fire Arthur Smith. Jerry, consistency, gotta love it. A 49ers fan picking at the Falcons' last 3 seasons. All right, on to the next game. Coach, it's on you, brother. Vikings versus Lions. This game is in Detroit. Who you got, bro?
I don't know what Detroit has to play for. I don't know if they're going to rest anybody, but I'm still going to say Lions. Vikings don't know who their quarterback going to be. It's probably going to be Fran Tarkenton next, so who knows? I'm going to go with the Lions.
Amontes.
I'm gonna go with the Lions, man. I'll say this: I'm happy for that organization because they understand that structural authority matters. I mean, they get it, and this is the result that they're getting. They're reaping the benefits of the team that they built in Detroit. Happy for them. Must be nice.
All right, that was a little shot at the Falcons organization. Red, who you rolling with?
Lions got this game.
All right.
Do I need a reason why, or we just
Go
throw the
ahead if you
Vikings?
want. If you
No,
want.
no. You good? You good?
Yeah, I mean, Vikings, they season over with. Lions, they gonna go ahead and win at home, wrap up the season good, and unless they resting players, I'm not sure. Are they like stuck in the 3 seed right now, or do they got a chance to go up?
They have a chance to go up if the Cowboys lose.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll probably play their players for a while. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions over the Vikings.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Lions as well. They'll take care of the Vikings. Armani, it's on you, man. Rams versus 40. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Let me not forget Rev Night Nation. Jerry says Lions. Winston Lions. VP got the Lions. Eric Parker got the Lions. Jerry said that's right, Armani. Let's go, Dan Campbell. Jerome says the Lions are motivated. Boat race, the Vikings is going to get ugly. All right, big blowout predicted by Brother Case. Rams versus 49ers. Armani, what you got, brother?
I don't think the 49ers are resting anybody.
They are.
They are?
They are. Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
But they in San Francisco though, so if Purdy's playing, they'll win. So I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
Not playing.
He's not playing?
No. They resting folks.
Man. Okay. All right. I'm gonna still say the Niners. I'm gonna go on my right mind. I'm gonna go with the Niners.
That's your right mind.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Red?
I'll go with the Rams because they probably will play a little bit more harder than the Niners, who probably resting the whole team. And personally, yeah, it's helping me in the standings if I'm going to lose. So I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams too, since Brock Purdy's not playing. If that's the case, there's a good chance that Debo's not playing or won't play that long. There's a good chance that Christian McCaffrey, who is injury prone, Debo's injury prone. So we know those offensive weapons will probably sit out. So there's a good chance that the Rams, who have a solid team, got a good quarterback, good wide receiver, they're playing for something. The Rams will win. So I'm going with the Rams. Who you got, Coach?
I'm looking at this injury report. The way it's looking, Stafford won't play. Cooper Kupp won't play. Aaron Donald won't play. It should look like both of them are sitting there in their spot. So who knows who's gonna play? I'll go with the Niners because I think the Niners got better overall talent. So
And they at home. Niners at home.
yeah, so I'm going now. Look like everybody resting.
Now, just for clarity, the Rams clinched the wild card. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I wonder who you're making all that noise. Doing the show right now.
Yeah. And then, well, it's a matter of, okay. Be interesting. All right. So we'll move on. That's kind of, it's a little dicey with all this sitting and carrying on.
Yeah, right. I'm looking at all these doubtfuls and sittings and not playing. And
hey, that's what happened when you clinch early. You gonna sit player. And we be resting players too. Had we had a quarterback this week. I don't know.
All right, Red, jump into it. Bills versus Dolphins. Who you got?
This on me?
I'm sorry. Before you go, Red, hold tight. Forgot Rev Night Nation. Can't forget them. All right. The VP got the 49ers winning this one. Don on the center. Jerry got the 49ers. He got the Rams. I'm sorry. Winston got the 49ers. Jerome has the Rams. Eric Parker has the Rams. On to the next one. Bills versus Dolphins. Who you got, Red?
Now this was a tricky one. All week long, I was going with the Dolphins because I thought they were gonna win. But you know what? Eric and Maurice, y'all have disappointed me one too many times, man. And I told folks the Dolphins are the Cowboys of the AFC. I'm taking Buffalo. Buffalo. And they got all they Bills Nation on the plane yesterday. Well, they about to travel down to Miami, boy. I am taking the Bills to beat the Miami because the Bills going into Miami will make the playoffs anyway. But for the Bills to lose and possibly fall all the way out the playoffs, that would be crazy. So Bills, you better win in Miami or you might be out the playoffs. So I'm gonna go to Bills because it seems like Dolphins seem like they kind of falling apart. These two bad injuries on defense. You don't lost your edge rushers. Your defense don't lost some of their panache and the offense. Well, I mean, Hill 100%. Waddle, he seemed to be hurt every doggone week. And Mike McDaniel, it seems like his comments are getting more flack than the offense lately. And every time they go up against a good team, they seem to have a letdown. But they are at home. But still, Buffalo coming there. Buffalo is gonna be ready. They coming to play. Miami, I hope you ready. I don't believe it. I'm taking Buffalo. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. Bills.
I'm joining Red. I'm not going to spend as much time as he did, but I'm joining Red with Buffalo winning this. Buffalo is on the up and up. Dolphins struggle winning big games. Josh Allen needs this signature win. This could elevate his team. Hey, little lady, to number 2 seed. So I'm going to go with the Bills. Who you got, Coach?
Okay.
Hey. Hey, girl.
All right.
I'm going with the Dolphins because the Dolphins don't want to lose that number 2 seed and fall way down to a road game. I think they want to keep that home field advantage and stay there. I'm going to go with the Dolphins because, I mean, they fighting for that home field. It looks like everybody's playing except for Chubb and Xavier Howard. Everybody else is playing.
All right. Armani, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Miami too. I mean, everybody playing, so the Dolphins are at home, primetime game. Plus, I'm not really crazy about the Bills head coach, but I think that Joe Brady has done a good job. But I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. Dolphins are I think that this will be their statement, big win that they've been needing all year.
All right. And before we go off air, I want to retract one of my picks.
Oh, not the retraction.
Which one? Which one?
I got
not the retraction.
I'm going with the 49ers over the Rams. I'm looking at all these doubtfuls.
I told you.
Yeah, they ain't. Yeah, I got to retract. I wasn't abreast of that because who's the backup for the Los Angeles Rams? Stetson Bennett. Is he still the backup?
Oh
no, Stetson Bennett stepped away from the team.
He's still in alcohol. He's still in rehab. He's good.
Sam Darnold's a much better quarterback than whoever the Rams gonna be trotting out there. So I'm gonna go with
God, yeah, I forgot Sam Darnold.
Yeah. All right, Red, you still going with the Rams over the 49ers?
My money, who you going with?
The 49ers.
Yeah, I think the Rams. I think the Rams.
All right. So it's on record that I retracted my Rams pick.
You can't do that. Like Mr. Brown said, you detracted.
All right, here we go. Last game. Winston Thorne got the Dolphins. Jerry Martin got the Bills. Eric Parker, Bills. Jerome said it's the Bills Mafia, not Nation. Mason heard Miami beat up. Bills Mafia rolls. The Bills QB is playing for his reputation. Bills for the win. Alexis Hill, Bills. VP, Bill. VP showing the little lady some love. Eric Parker, that's right. Carson Wentz is the Rams quarterback. That's right, no doubt. Ray Ellison got Miami. All right, gentlemen, let's come to the end of this show, brother.
Still the Dolphins was the last game. Give it Eric some love like that. Eric and Maurice in the last game of the show. I'm just
All right, now this is where we come to who has the right to do what, when, where, and how. Who wants at it first?
You Rev, you had the right to retract. No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna mess with you because it said the Rams are set at number 6, so they're gonna start Carson Wentz. Who's I? No, I forgot. FCS football. You have the right to fire whoever decide to put you all on Sunday to play your national championship game while you going against the NFL's playoff schedule. Who in the world told you all to put that game on Sunday? You all should be playing right now. Ain't nothing going on right now. You should be playing that game right now, national audience on Fox, ABC, UPN, CW, whatever you're going to play it on. That's where you should be playing right now. But you're going to play it tomorrow. You had the right to fire whoever decided that made that decision.
All right, Brad, you normally go early, so who has the right to do what, when, where, how? Oops, hit the wrong button.
Coach, what was that game you were talking about? Were you talking about the FCS championship?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, because Maceo was talking about something like they put that game on Sunday. Man, I guess that's a game everybody wanted to watch at 2:00, right?
Red, who has the right to do what, when, where, how? Man?
Okay, sorry, y'all, sorry. Okay, Shannon Sharp, man, you got the right to keep having more guests like Cat Williams on your show. I know you're a sports guy, but man, when you bridge it out to entertainment guests, that was an interview for the ages. So Shannon Sharp, keep bringing more folks like Cat Williams. I want you to bring a sports guy on there so he can expose some of these sports secrets that we've been hearing about on the low. So Shannon, keep bringing folks on your show and keep giving them the platform to just say whatever they please. Club Shay Shay.
Coach, you somehow got that on the show. Coach said you would try to get that to be one of the topics, and you found a way to get it on the show.
Yeah, I see it.
Armani, who got the right to do what, when, where, how?
I'm gonna talk about my own fan base for a second. Bama fans, y'all got the right to just shut up, man. I'm tired of seeing y'all on social media. I'm tired of seeing y'all on Facebook whining and complaining, man. We lost. Just please let it go. Let it go. It's okay. College football ain't coming to an end. Hush. Please, I haven't seen so much complaining. Hush. We lost. Accept it. Move on. Goodness.
What you talking about, Alabama fan?
Yes, man.
Armani, I love that one.
Excellent. Absolutely.
You should give him a baby.
Right, hush. Goodness.
All right, now I'm going to end this. Jim Harbaugh, you have the right to finish the story, win this national championship, then go out of college football, get your next NFL gig, and lead some NFL team to a winning record. All right, so we see Red got daddy daycare over there. So,
bye.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, Red, you should do a baby for that.
All right. We're going to thank Red's niece for joining us on today. Everybody give her a quick shout out as we get ready to conclude this episode of the Red Rev Sports Show. So
let's Coach. Say hey,
right.
Coach.
Hey, London.
Say hey, Rev.
Right.
Hey, Rev. Hey, Armani.
Hello.
Hey, London.
All right.
That's right.
We're getting out of here so Red can do babysitting duty. All right, everybody. Thank y'all so much.
You got me, Rev. You dumped them over me today. I'm Uncle Daycare today.
I see it. They about to get in your pockets. I can feel it. It's in my spirit. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching episode 308 of the Red Rev Sports Show. We'll be back. Same Facebook page, Same YouTube channel next week, next Saturday at 11 o'clock. Everybody have a great week. Enjoy some pro football, some basketball, and the national championship game on Monday. Take care, everybody. Peace and love, everybody. We're out of here. Peace out.